Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stand. I hope you're all doing very well today. I don't know why I'm doing a silly voice. I think it's because it's a nervous silly voice, because it's a very, very important game for Manchester United today against West Ham. We're going Martial. We're going Anthony Martial with the t-shirt, and yes, it's massive. It is huge. And I'm not talking about... I'm not going to be crude either. It's a very, very big game for Manchester United. We need to win this game. Smash a like on the video if you're feeling confident. I do feel confident. The team news is going to be out in about 3 minutes' time. But what I would say about the team news is that I've been told that David De Gea does start. I was told this at lunchtime and got it verified by a couple of people. So I've got no reason to think he won't start. I mean, look, shocks can happen. Fosu Mensah starting apparently as well, says Extras E. Yeah, I've heard that Luke Shaw isn't going to start, which to me is a big blow. It's not just about Luke Shaw. We've been working on some tactics stuff, me and Drawty, and it's I really hope he starts. It's not just about Luke Shaw starting. Well, it is, obviously, but it's not just the individual. It's what he brings to the team. It's very similar to what Bruno Fernandes brings to the team. So... yeah, I'm really, really hopeful that he will start, and I hope that is. We are going to be live on Twitch as well. No, we're not. It's not doing that. We won't. That's wrong. Don't want to do that. Jay Lings need to start, says Jay Lingardino. I think you're the only person in the world who's saying that. But yeah, look, Manchester United against West Ham. We move. That's what we move. And I've sort of like low-key been keeping it on the lockdown today. I've tried to be calm, trying to be cool, like the Fonzie, yeah? I'm trying to be cool. I'm trying my best to be cool because it's a massive game. I even had a game of living room football and we lost 2-1. So I don't know what that's all about. We lost 2-1. We missed loads of chances in a game of living room football. Manchester United against West Ham. These are the things you do when you're trying to stay cool. So yeah, I am nervous about today. I was very confident against Southampton, and they blew it, didn't they? You know, they did. They blew it. And, yeah, I don't want that to happen again. I want us to do well. I want us to win the game. We can be third for... We could be third for a couple of hours tonight. We win and we're third. And I don't think Chelsea are going to beat Liverpool, so we could end the night in third. But I've said that before. Carson Badley, thanks for the super chat. He says, Ollie and Manchester United are in my prayers this morning. Prayer for no injuries and for Luke Shaw to start. Smash a like on the video, everybody, if you're feeling confident. Let's see if we can get a couple of thousand likes before kickoff. Red Devil 9 is the first chatter on Twitch. We could be heroes, says the big Bopperable. And Fosu Mensah to start. Lots of people are saying Fosu Mensah's going to start. De Gea starts, says Tony Garner, which is exactly what I've heard as well. Please United lose and Chelsea win, says Rui Newman. You're on the wrong channel for that sort of prayer. And the lineups are going to be coming out very, very soon. The team on my left isn't the team. That is just a predicted team. And we will have the team for you very, very shortly. It's not quite in yet, but it's going to happen any second now. Any second now. Any second now. And come on, Manchester United Twitter, do your thing. Everybody sing. Do your thing. They've not done it yet. It is 5 o'clock. We should have the kickoff. Well, the kickoff's at 6 o'clock. Come on, do it. It is in. Okay. De Gea, Fosu. Oh, for fuck's sake. De Gea, Fosu Mensah, Lindelof, Maguire, Williams, Matic, Pogba, Bruno, Greenwood, Rashford, Martial. So the front six is good. The back four, no Wan-Bissaka. Well, Wan-Bissaka's on the bench. And Dalot is on the bench. So Luke Shaw not fit. If he's not fit, he's not fit, is he? Brandon Williams, I thought was crap the other day. But so was the whole back four. So look, let's hope that in a back four, Williams performs better because he's got to get forward. It's such an important position. Brandon Williams has got to get forward in this game. We cannot, for the love of God, we cannot be deep in this game. We've got to go forward. We've got to be progressive. Luke Shaw, I mean, we knew the trouble is, you can't moan about Luke Shaw too much because we did know that we were going to have this scenario whereby we were going to pick up injuries with so many games. And in a way, we've probably been a little bit lucky compared to teams like Leicester who've lost a lot of players. So, look, I'm not going to dwell on it too much. Luke Shaw not fit, I think, is bigger than people realise, but Brandon Williams has got to get forward. Fosu Mensah have got to get forward. I cannot overemphasise enough how important the fullbacks are in Manchester United's recent success. They camp on the edge of the opposition's penalty box and they provide options. And that is very important in a game of this magnitude for Manchester United. So, I'm just going to change the team on the screen for you. So, Wan-Bissaka on the bench. I mean, look, what do we think about that? I don't actually agree with Wan-Bissaka being dropped, but I'm sure it won't resonate as controversially as it might do with some. I'm surprised that Fosu Mensah has been dropped, I've got to say. Wan-Bissaka can rest after these two games dropping him, really. It's our most important game, says Trent Singh. I agree with Aaron Wan-Bissaka, he's been bad since Brighton, says Man United lists. I mean, look, what I would say is, this has a draw written all over it. Defensively, cue the rare Moyes masterclass, says Josh Sutton. I mean, look, all I would say is Wan-Bissaka is our player of the year, but I think he's running on empty. So I'm going to trust Ollie on this. I am going to trust Ollie on this. And I think Fosu Mensah, to me, has looked like a player that looks like he's offering something to this team. So I'm not going to have an issue with that. I'm not. It's a risk. Look, it's a total risk. If some of you disagree with it, I understand that. But Wan-Bissaka, Villa, the last 3 or 4 games, he's looked spent. So, I can't... If you're chucking a player out there just because he's player of the year, but he's running on empty, he's still running on empty, isn't he? So, at least Fosu Mensah comes in with some energy. It's a risk. And I've got to applaud that risk if it comes off. If it doesn't, then you know what. But I think the pressure... It's an odd thing, isn't it? Because Fosu Mensah's not played any games, but I'm more confident about Fosu Mensah filling in for Wan-Bissaka than I am for Brandon Williams filling in for Luke Shaw. I thought he was really poor the other day. So... the fullbacks, for me, are very important. Dalot has surely done Ollie's daughter what Zaha did to Moyes, says Andrew, yeah. And I'm so excited to see Fosu Mensah does in his best position. Think he will lock down that side and maybe even show what he can do going forward, says Daniel Luciano. I still hope that Fosu Mensah can turn into a centre-back. A centre midfielder, really. But the big thing, I'm going to flex on in a minute, the big thing, though, what are we thinking? Oddly, I'm more concerned about Williams than Fosu Mensah, says next poker phenom 33. I totally agree with you on that one. But the big thing is, David De Gea is the big story, isn't it? David De Gea starts. Where are we on that? Wan-Bissaka looked knackered last game, says Rose Gallagher. So I agree with Timbo playing. We'll talk about the West Ham team in a minute. But let's talk about the Manchester United team. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is on the bench today. That is the story. Romero, Dalot, Wan-Bissaka, Fred, James, Lingard, Mata, McTominay and Ighalo. So Pereira drops off the bench again for Lingard. I mean, don't get me on that. I don't understand what we do every game where we go Lingard, Pereira, but they never bloody come on as a sub. It's weird what we're doing with that, but so what? The reality is we're talking about the starting 11. What are your thoughts on that starting 11? And what are your thoughts on that De Gea decision? What are your thoughts on that? And just on Dalot, can I just say, Borussia Dortmund need a right wing back. They've just got rid of Hakimi. We've got Dalot, who fits the profile of what Dortmund want. He is young. He's a young right back. And I just wonder if there's something to be done with Dalot and Sancho. I just think it makes a lot of sense. What do you think of the Aston Villa win, says Lelandonian. Very, very pleased with it. Ollie C says, yes, De Gea's had a nightmare, but oh my God, imagine what he's had to face from trolls this week. Time to remember that in this world where we can be anything, let's be kind. Life is too short, says Ollie C. Dylan from Cork, surprised to see Wan-Bissaka dropped, but I've got full faith in Fosu Mensah. This is bigger than an FA Cup final. Come on to United. Dean Corbett, I would have preferred Wan-Bissaka to be rested against Chelsea in the Cup. This game is more important. I can agree with that. And I would have dropped De Gea, says Matt Ike. Love David. He's one of my favourites and would defend him, but sometimes you need to be accountable for your mistakes. You know what? On the De Gea thing, I'll give you my opinion and then we'll get Flex on. But on the De Gea thing, I wouldn't have dropped him. I really wouldn't. I think that we've got to get behind the team, and David De Gea is under a lot of pressure today, but if he can't be focused... if I was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, what I would have said to De Gea, this is what I would have done. I don't know whether Ole's done it. If I was the manager, I would have took De Gea in the office and I would have said, I'm going to give you a chance against West Ham. It's a massive game. I'm giving you a chance against West Ham, but there can be no lapse of concentration. The eyes are on you, and I need you. So... crosses, shots, they're going to shoot at you, but I back you. But you've got to be focused. None of this taking your mind off the ball on the last second when it's a shot. I expect you to put in a David De Gea performance today. So I would have started him, because I think if you drop him, you maybe do permanent damage. And I think that if he makes the mistakes today, you've trusted him and he's let you down. There is no excuse for lack of concentration from David De Gea today. He's under a lot of pressure and the manager is stuck by him. And I agree with that decision. But if De Gea messes up today, he's probably done at United, isn't he? Let's be honest. And I wouldn't have chucked Romero into this game because I don't actually think Romero is as good as people think he is. I think he's got mistakes in him as well. And I think he's stat pads. I think he's a very good goalkeeper, and he probably is the best backup goalkeeper in the league. But he's not a first team goalkeeper. And he gets a lot of clean sheets against crap teams in the Europa League and the Carabao Cup. So I would have gone with De Gea. Maybe we are trying to rest Aaron Wan-Bissaka so he's 100% for the Leicester game, but use him in the second half if necessary. Glad there is no back five for this game, says Alec Marmon. Wan-Bissaka needed a break and a reality check. That is also his competition. I hope Fosu Mensah picks up, and I think De Gea is going to step up, says Sheikh. And even Drago says, have we ever lost when you wear the Martial shirt? No. And if you want to get your t-shirts, you can get them through YouTube now. They do ship worldwide. They are taking a little bit longer than normal. I think it's 1 or 2 weeks if it's worldwide shipping. But you don't have to go to an external website now. You should be able to see our t-shirt selection underneath the video. They're available in lots of different colours. I know some of them show them in different colours, but we've got loads of different colours. I'm wearing a Martial one today. Hi, Mark. I would have dropped De Gea. I think West Ham would want to see De Gea in goal. It would give them more encouragement to get shots off, and I have no confidence in him, says Jordan Search. Jordan, I respect anybody who would have dropped De Gea. I am by no means saying I'm right on this. I just personally wouldn't have dropped him. I get where you're coming from. Could we do a money plus Dalot deal for Sancho? I think it's a good idea, whatever it takes, who is called whatever it takes. And Dalot is going to be sold. Don't get why he didn't play in the FA Cup match when he's our only true wing-back. De Gea needs competition like in 2011, says Dr. Husum. Harold Holsfaersfault says, we need Aaron Wan-Bissaka for the Leicester game. If we win that game, we're in the Champions League. Who else than De Gea? Romero is the best backup, but not over De Gea. Why not Liverpool at the same time? And I think people forget goalkeepers aren't field players. Once you drop them, they rarely come back better. Look at Joe Hart, for example, says Leaf Hunter. And I don't like how you're so dismissive of other people's opinions just because others don't act like a clown on camera and get 700k. That's a super chat from Luke D, who, we've just been through about 6 or 7 different opinions, of which I've respected them all, Luke. So I think your silly little comments trying to cause negativity and friction in what is a fantastic community will fall upon deaf ears, you prat. And welcome to Fignesh Ram. He says, if Ollie's dropping Wan-Bissaka for a reality check, why not drop De Gea for the same reason? I don't think Wan-Bissaka's been dropped for performance. I think he's been dropped for fatigue. And also what I would say is that with this team selection, I mean, look, De Gea was very bad against Chelsea. Yes, he was. But if you're Dalot, I would be sat there going, how the hell is Brandon Williams starting at left back when, and I'm on the bench again? So he's sticking by Brandon Williams as well. Ollie is sticking by some players here today. Gutted Shaw's not available for the game. We needed him today, says Joel Morris. I don't know what's going on with Luke Shaw. It's a shame. You can't drop a stalwart of the team goalkeeper with 2 games to go when backup isn't exactly stellar. You back him. You give him confidence. We are united. We are united, says Mr. Reese Stocks. Make sure you smash a like on the video. Let's see if we can get 3,000 or 4,000 likes before kickoff. Actually, we've never done that before. And make sure you subscribe if you're new, because I would like to change that number in the top right hand corner. We're on 759,400. So if you haven't subscribed, bottom right hand corner, let's see if we can hit 760,000 before kickoff. Just me feeling confident today. Let's go the lads, says Luke Haynes. Cool collectibles. I'm very nervous, as you can tell. I'm jabbering on. Confident with Fosu Mensah. Worried about Brandon. Thoughts on getting Douglas Luiz as a CDM rotation player if Villa go down. Says cool collectible. And Wan-Bissaka looks like the trigger for teams to press because of his ability on the ball, but thinks it's just fatigue. Says Deck Roberts. And De Gea is brilliant distribution before the long balls to Lukaku and Fellaini. Easy to forget as they couldn't control it. We need to stand by him. Says Adam Choppy. Right. I'm going to get Flex on for his thoughts because it's only fair. I'm sure he's got a lot to say. Let's remember that Flex did want to drop David De Gea. I don't know whether he did, but I'm going to go down that route. I'm going to say you wanted him dropped, I didn't, and I've won, and that's what's happened. Hello, Flex. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm all good, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you must be gutted that David De Gea's not been dropped.
No, I'm not gutted. I knew.
Did you want him to be dropped?
Drop him. Yeah, he was never really going to drop him. I was still fuming after the last game though. I don't know, man. It's just so many mistakes. It really is. And I know people saying stick by him, and you know, Henderson's not as good yet as we think he is. And like you was just saying there about Romero, I get it. And I kind of summed it up with the KG show that we've done yesterday, which is that I'm not saying sell De Gea and boot him out and never play him again. I just want to see him challenged. Maybe this isn't the right time to do it. There's 2 games left of the season. Who knows if he makes another big mistake? Maybe Ollie's hand might be forced. But it all depends on this result, like Ollie's talking about here, is that we put ourselves in a position to not have to beat Leicester. But I just want to see De Gea having to look over his shoulder, really, and you know, think I better get my arse in gear. I just feel like he's so comfortable. He probably knew that Romero is never going to play. Like you said, Romero only plays against the crap teams in the cup competitions. Yeah. Very, very, very rarely plays a Premier League game unless there's an injury to De Gea, which is very unlikely, hardly ever injured. So I just think De Gea is comfortable. But enough said on that. You know, it is what it is. I didn't expect Ollie to drop him, and it's something we're going to have to look at in the summer, really, about what happens with Dean Henderson, which he'll probably go back to Sheffield United, I suppose. The Wan-Bissaka thing's interesting. You know, I did tweet that he'd been dropped, and you know, that's just instant reaction. But when you think about it, I didn't think, thank God he's not playing because he's been absolutely horrendous. He just hasn't been himself. Bit of burnout.
He has been dropped. I mean, let's be honest. He has been dropped. I mean, I think the reason is fatigue. You could say, well, it's fatigue, but it's still bad performance. I can't argue.
It's a bit of both. It's a bit of both. Yeah, he hasn't been himself. You know, some people saying, well, look at De Gea. He's made way more mistakes than Wan-Bissaka has. Obviously, yes, he's been here longer, but I'm just even this season. And he's not, you know, being dropped. So you could look at it that way. Why is Ollie not keeping the same energy? But also, shout out to Fosu Mensah, though, because I'll tell you what, you were just saying there about Dalot. He's definitely got to be thinking, what the hell's going on? Because, you know, Williams is playing again. He didn't play particularly well against Chelsea. And obviously there's a space at right back because Bissaka's not playing, rested, whatever you want to call it, dropped. And he can't get in there either. But Fosu Mensah, Solskjaer really trusts him. He really trusts him. To put him in against Palace was big over Dalot. And to put him in again in all these games we have to win or have to get positive results in. And he's done it again. So I think the writing's on the wall for Dalot. If you can't get in now, Fosu Mensah's in the plans, I think. That's a big call from Ollie. Not just to drop Bissaka. I understand that if you want to, you know, make him rediscover his form or give him a bit of a breather. But again, to not let Dalot get near the pitch again, when the right back and left back is up for grabs, it really shows Ollie's thinking. So shout out Fosu Mensah, though. I think he'll be
excited to see him.
Yeah, I think he'll be better than at left back. You know, I thought he was very steady against Palace, kept a very safe performance, right-footed. I think this time we can see him get forward at the right times and see how he gets on. I think he'll be a little bit more attacking, but more so than the left-hand side for real.
Noah Hulling says, I've got my Martial t-shirt yesterday. Glad to see you're wearing yours. Here's from upstate New York. Let's go United. You can get your t-shirts on YouTube now. Just check underneath the video. We do ship worldwide. Latest member of the club is Manuel Plays. Thanks for joining. You can do that by clicking the join button. Get your little badge next to your name. Thanks for supporting the channel because we don't do Patreon. Barry Cullen says, Wan-Bissaka was bad during the weekend, but if you're dropping in, should De Gea not be dropped? I love De Gea, but if you're dropping our player of the season for a bad performance, De Gea should be dropped too. Joshua Bowater says, do you think Dortmund would take Dalot as part of the deal for Sancho with him having lost Hakimi? I've just spoke about that, Joshua. I think it's a good idea. Luke Purdy says, fullbacks today don't fill me with confidence. Defensively, yes. Attacking wise, they slow the team down. And I've just got a couple more before I tell you the West Ham news. And that is Mr. 03 Max says, have you heard Jadon Sancho private jet is en route to Manchester? Saw it on Twitter. Not sure how reliable that is. I don't know why he'd be coming to Manchester. We're not even in the top 4 yet, so I don't know why he would do that. Wan-Bissaka's got a knock, says Extra Z, which could explain it. Of course it could. And I don't know what's going on with your audio flex, but it sounds like you're scraping the yard. Are you scraping your beard or something?
Oh, hold on, let me just move my microphone. Hold on. There you go. Right now.
Yeah, better. So the West Ham team news: Fabianski, Johnson, Diop, Agbana, Cresswell, Fornals, Rice, Noble, Soucek, Bowen, Antonio. I mean, that's the team that they played in their last game, I think, against Watford. It's, you know, that's the team. That's the team that you would expect. And they are a hard-working side. And I do agree with what people were saying there about the fullbacks. Fosu Mensah is a very, an unknown quantity. I think we're all excited about it. But the one thing I've been talking about when we had Wan-Bissaka and we had Luke Shaw and we were playing well, every preview show I was talking about the corners of the opposition penalty box, which is where Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw are. They've got to get forward. Brandon Williams, I don't think he's a particularly good fullback in relation to defensive capabilities. Where he's impressed is getting forward. He's got to get forward today, and Fosu Mensah's got to get forward. And my concern is, if we don't get the width from the fullbacks again, we're going to struggle to play through the middle.
Yeah, they've got to do something similar. We know that those two players coming in are not as good as Shaw and Bissaka, respectively, but they have to be there in presence at least. Do you know what I mean? I know the quality might not be there, but the willingness to be there has to be there from them. We need that intensity, and we need to push West Ham back. You know, people are going to say they're on the beach and they might not care about this game, and you know they might have secured their Premier League safety, but they're still going to be confident. You know, they're still going to want to upset the party. Moyes is still going to want to have something to say about it. And they've got some decent players, not better than ours, of course. But again, like I've said, in every single one of these games, we got to earn the right to play, and we need a good start. We didn't have a good start again against Chelsea. No matter what's going on at the minute, we can't start quick. And your fullbacks are usually a big part of that as well, about how you want to start a game. If they're pushed right up, they push your wingers up in turn, and you can press a team in. You can let the other team know we're in for a run here. You know, they need to clear their lines first 5-10 minutes. They need to keep hacking it away, and the ball just keeps getting recycled. Don't allow them to be in the game. We've got to start quick, and that is set not just from the front with the likes of a Bruno pushing onto press and Martial and Rashford, etc. But it is actually set from the fullbacks. If they push forward when the midfield has the ball, depending on what side it is, it's going to cause West Ham problems, even if the quality isn't the same as Luke Shaw and Bissaka.
Fernando Martinez, I think that just answers your question. He just said thoughts on the fullbacks. We've got a new member from Daniel Jackson. Thanks for joining the members club. Josh Sutton says, I'm telling you, Fleck, Matic or Martial for keeper. And Joshua Bowater says, remember when Noble kicked off with Pogba last season, grabbing him by the throat, I think it was, and Pogs just picked him up like an action figure. We're going to need to fight today. Welcome to Jerry Kangale, latest member of the United Stand members club. We will need to battle today. I mean, look, what I feel about this, and there's a lot of people in the comments talking about Wan-Bissaka shouldn't be dropped, De Gea should be dropped. Focus on the game, bro, says Ilhami on Twitch. Why is do you think we will get Sancho, says TTV Cube 98692. Yes, I do. And we will now find out if Ollie and his team can deliver when the game is a must-win, says I3377MUFC. Yeah, look, I mean, look, I back Ollie on the Wan-Bissaka decision. I back him on the Brandon Williams decision, and I back him on the De Gea decision, because I think now is the time to, if you're a United fan, I think you've just got to go. You've got to back your team. Now is not the time to tell him he's doing something wrong. Now is not the time to have a negativity in your soul. Now is the time to back the team that you love, because if we win, we're in third. I don't know how long, but we are in third if we win. And now more than ever, this is not mid-season at home to Norwich or whatever. This is 2 games to go. It's our last home game of the season. We're 4 points from winning the league. We're 4 points from getting Champions League football. Welcome to Marielle Lorenzen and to Chris Boyle. That's where we are. And look, I have to back the manager. I just feel that we've got to get this win tonight. And I understand some trepidation. I can see it in the live comments. And I think we're all a little bit, we all know what can go wrong. But for me, it just can't. It's got to go right tonight. We've got to get it right. The players have got to deliver. The front 6, we're talking about the back 4, we're talking about the goalkeeper, but the front 6 is exactly what you want it to be.
It is. I love the fact that Greenwood's come back in. He goes again. And we just need them to be at it. Look, at Chelsea, there was a number of reasons why we lost the game. We all kind of looked at Ollie, first of all, for changing it too much and changing the system. The players didn't look at it. And then also players just didn't give a good account of themselves. Now we want to see what the mentality is like. He's been speaking about, can these players, turn it around? Can they bounce back? But in the league, we've still been going strong and we've got to get it done. My only thing is that, again, it's one of these games where as soon as we get the actual chance to close the gap and get into the top 4 legitly, not just because the other team, we just never do it.
At least we're playing first, though.
We're playing first this time. Will this be the one? It's still pressure. Will this be the one? Chelsea could go and lose after us as well, which I know we don't need to really care about that, but it'll still be good for the pressure. And like Ollie, I was surprised to hear Ollie say, actually, we've got ourselves in a position where if we win today, we don't need to win at Leicester. Normally, you don't hear them say that. Normally, it's just, like what Bruno said, we focus on today. We're not thinking about on Sunday, and this is the most important game. But I don't know if I'm reading too much into it, but I don't know. Ollie kind of saying we've got a chance now to, makes me.
I think he'll play about 5 against Leicester.
Yeah, I think he will. I think he'll just try not to get beat.
If he does that, then I won't be very happy, and I don't think anybody will. But ultimately, you just hope it works. I mean, Theo C says, any worries about Souček from set pieces, Mark? No, because I think we should be getting the set pieces. You've got to be hoping that it's going to be from you. Ali said Aaron Wan-Bissaka picked up a knock against Chelsea. Should be available if needed.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, but even knock or not,
he's still been playing not great.
Available if needed, you'd play him, wouldn't you? Did you know Maguire was injured for 2 months, but he took painkillers, so he was able to play? We've spoken about this, Alex. Yeah. So for me, that means nothing. If he's not fit, he shouldn't play. James Taylor Scott, Mark, what tier would you say Laurie Whitwell is from Athletic? I follow him a bit. Just wanted your opinion. I mean, look, Laurie is an interesting one because he used to be Daily Mail, so I wouldn't really give him a lot of credibility. But the Athletic are a credible outlet, so I suppose it's like moving from Aston Villa to Manchester United. I feel like that's probably where I would put Laurie at the moment. He definitely has got the ear of Manchester United, and Athletic have put a lot of money into what they're trying to build there. So there is a credibility there, definitely. Hi Mark, what do you think about Torreira as midfielder? Will he be a good signing? Says Village Shrier. Not for us. And Ashley Nelson says, I've not been this nervous in a long time waiting for the game. We need to have a good start. Thanks to Mark and Flex for all you do. We love it. G Unit says, could we be in for Florentino Luis, CDM? I think he fits the bill for what we want, and thoughts on him. And James Jordan Such says, I was very confident before our home game against Southampton and they came to Old Trafford with nothing to lose. Same applies to West Ham. Nothing to lose. We really need a quick start today. And we are all worried, but people aren't panicking way too much. We will win both fixtures, Sister Pankar. We love that confidence. And Alan Lee says, the wins we got playing 5 at the back this season are the worst that could have happened to us in the long term, as from then on they make Ollie think 5 at the back works against top teams. If he hasn't figured out that a back 5 doesn't work after Sunday, then he's never going to learn it. But which way do you think? What's your sort of score prediction? I've gone 3-0 to United.
Have you?
Yeah.
I predicted 2-0, but I know you kind of go into technicalities and it don't really count. But I just predict an uncomfortable 2-0, a 2-0 that maybe won't tell the whole story of the game. Maybe not as bad as Palace, but similar to that in terms of if you looked at it on face value, you'd think that it was an easy game, when if you watched the Palace game from start to finish, you'd know it was anything but. So, listen, I'd love for us to get back to that early form that we had coming out of lockdown, 3s and 4s and 5s and whatever, clean sheets. But, I think it will be a tight 2-0. West Ham will cause us problems. It could even be a 2-1. I think we'll get the win, though, but I'm just worried because we're just not starting games good. I'm yet to see us start quick. get a quick early goal. I know we did it against Sheffield United in the first 6 or so minutes, but other than that, we just started crap in every game. And yes, we've got players who can turn it on its head and keep conceding, but I don't want to have to concede. Keep scoring, sorry, but I don't have to concede to get the kick up the arse to play. Like, just go out there. They know what's at stake. There's 2 games left. It's the last home game of the season. Yes, there's no fans, but they're not going to see Old Trafford for a little while longer. Just go out there and get it won. Just get it won, man.
Evershek says that if we did go third, it's the first time we've been third since December 2017, which is too long for a club like Manchester United. West Ham score early all the time, says Chris HD. I just think, maybe I'm going to be really wrong and really naive, but I just think United are going to turn up, start really well. The front 6 are going to play really well. Unfortunately, what I would say is, and it is a concern because it's a fact, the fact is that back 4 and the goalkeeper, you've got to throw that in, isn't great. It's not great. Fosu Mensah, as much as we're excited, he's not played any real football. Brandon Williams hasn't played well. Harry Maguire and Lindelof haven't played well. And David De Gea hasn't played well. So that back 5 is a concern. Having said that, the front 6, whilst they've not been great in the last couple of games, it's a very good front 6. Now, the game is going to hinge on what West Ham do. Are West Ham going to do what I think they'll do and hit us on the break and sit deep? In which case, I can live with that because our weakness is a back 4. So hitting on the break, hit on the break. Or are West Ham going to try and press our back 4, which I think will cause us problems? But I don't think West Ham are going to do it. Hadi says, I think United are going to win 4-0. Remember, the goal difference thing is causing a lot of people problems, Flex. I don't even know if you understand it. It took me a bit of a while to get around.
Yeah, I kind of do now, yeah.
If we win 4-0...
Yeah.
We'll go 4 goals ahead of Leicester. But if they win 2-0 on Sunday, they'll be above us because that 4 will be halved. We'll lose 2, they gain 2, so we're both on +2.
Yeah, because we'll be losing 2 goals and they'll be scoring 2 goals.
Yeah, so they will go ahead of us. So the ideal result for us, 2-0 is not a great result because if they beat us by 1 goal, then again, they'll be above us. 3-0 would be perfect because they've got to beat us by 2 goals then. So hopefully that will happen. But I think the way we've been playing at the moment, it is a stretch. And the first thing is to go and win. But it's really weird. If we draw our next 2 games, we will... No, that's not right. Yeah, if we draw...
if we draw our next 2, we're in it as well. That's what I mean.
If we draw our next 2 games, so take 2 points, we're in the Champions League. But if we win... and lose, we're not.
And then lose, we're
so
not.
You could get 3 points and not be in it, but 2 points you are in it. But that's because we're playing Leicester. The thing is, we can't lose to Leicester. We can't lose to Leicester. That's the thing.
We can't. And I tweeted this morning, I'm not into all this math stuff and working out this and, a draw, then a draw, then or a draw, then a loss, or 2 wins, or whatever. Just go and win both games. That's what I'm on. Like, how many more chances to... Like, we keep stumbling over the line, just about making it, never quite getting there. We're running out of chances now, And I hear people even saying, which is mathematically true, but, we can lose today, but then we'll just have to go and beat Leicester. Forget all of that. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking, get 3 points today, get 3 points on Sunday. Do you know what I'm saying? Yes, when it gets to Sunday, you can look at it a little bit deeper and say, well, we already got the 3 points today, so just avoid defeat. I understand all that. But for me, I don't like to go into the technicalities, man. Just go and get the 2 flipping games won and earn your bread. Stop trying to, kind of just fall into the top 4, scrape into it by your fingertips. I mean, technically we're already doing that because we're leaving it to the last 2 games, but there's doing it and then there's really doing it. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying win your 2 games and just get in there, bro.
Caden says, can you say hi to Caden? Love the content, by the way. And it's Caden Crazy Pantsy on... Pants. No, it's Caden Crazy Pants on YouTube. I called him Caden Crazy Pantsy T, but I understand what you're trying to do there. Because you're on Twitch, you see. I didn't think you'd have the YT at the end. Please do subscribe if you are on YouTube, by the way. We're very close to 760,000. We're only about 200 away. So bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. If you have subscribed, please share the video. And if you're on Twitch, we're closing in on 9,000 followers, which is nearly 10,000, which is great. So do give us a follow if you are watching on Twitch as well. You can get involved in that. Sad that 2 of our biggest rivals are picking up trophies today, says Mike. Who? Leeds. Yeah, Leeds. Yeah, I know Liverpool are. My plan is to watch Manchester United win, get the fan cams up, whilst watching Chelsea lose to Liverpool, and then the minute the final whistle goes, turn all the telly off and watch Netflix.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got no interest in watching them lift the trophy. I tweeted it earlier. United and Liverpool wins today. I've never tweeted that in my bloody life, but I want Liverpool to win today. I want Liverpool to win 10-0 today. I couldn't give two tosses about it. I mean, there's some Liverpool fan in the Twitch comment saying you'll never walk alone. Well, I'm walking with you tonight because I want you to win. And then when the final whistle goes, I'm legging it the other way. So I'll walk with you to the 90th minute, but that's about it. And that's what we need. Hi, Mark. The fullbacks push up early. Aren't our centre-backs too slow to be isolated on the halfway line to track back, says Sammer. Well, we were talking about Mikel Antonio ourselves, weren't we, Flex? This is the thing. I don't think United's fullbacks are going to push forward, which is a shame because I think, as we said before, that was a big part of our success in the first few weeks after lockdown was the way Luke Shaw and Wan-Bissaka were playing so far up the pitch. It'd be interesting to see whether Williams and Fosu Mensah do that. I mean, it's not really Fosu Mensah's game. He's more of a defensive right back anyway, but I think Williams has got to get forward.
Yeah, they have to. We spoke about it earlier, and that is going to be the real interesting thing, especially in the first 15, 20 minutes, is their intent. I want to see what their intent is. Brandon Williams, to be fair, he goes forward where he can. That's actually the big plus of his game, where he's still developing, he's still learning, still improving, especially defensively and with experience. But he's young, he's tenacious, and he's hungry and aggressive, do you know what I mean, to get forward. So I don't really worry about Brandon bombing it on and trying to get involved with Rashford. But like you said, Fosu Mensah, it's not his natural game. That natural set of lungs to be galloping up and down, at it. It's not really his game. And plus, even if it was his game, we haven't had a chance to see it. Do you know what I mean? He hasn't played a lot of football. So again, similar to the Crystal Palace game, he knows how big this game is that he's coming into. Do you know what I mean? He knows it's massive. He knows that Ollie's got faith in him. And there's two sides to it, really. You've got one side of him that's going to be like, I just want to repay Ollie and not make mistakes and be defensively sound and just do my job. And give it to the players who are going to go and win us the game. You know, he could play conservative, or he could say, I want to show Ollie why I can rival Wan-Bissaka. As crazy as that might sound to us, if you're a professional footballer and you're hungry to make it at Man United, and he's had so many setbacks and trials and tribulations, that should be his attitude. He should be thinking, right, I want to try and go forward more than Wan-Bissaka. I want to be better on the ball than Bissaka. I want to give Ollie a situation where he thinks, let's make Ethan Laird wait one bit. He can play me right back and put Wan-Bissaka on the bench. That's how he should be thinking. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll do that, but that should be his mentality. So hopefully we see that.
Sorry, let me just get this. What about Sanchez, Jones, and little money for Skriniar? Says FSZP. Yeah, I would have dropped Williams for Delo. Says Ryan Coulihan. There's a lot of people who would have dropped.
Would you have done that, Mark?
Yeah.
You would have.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that Brandon Williams is going to prove us wrong tonight. As I said, I back Ollie on all his decisions, but if I was absolutely honest, the only change I would have made, I actually agree with the Wan-Bissaka thing, as mad as that sounds, because I don't think it's a drop. I think he's got a knock, and United fans need to show David some love. Says Hada. Yeah, I think Wan-Bissaka's got a knock and he's running on empty, so I understand that one. De Gea I wouldn't have dropped, so I wanted him to play. But I wouldn't have played Brandon Williams, so I hope he's going to prove me wrong. And I totally back Ollie on it. I'm not having a go at it. I think it's the right thing to do. I just personally would have played Delo because he's played at left back before, and I think he'll get forward better. But Brandon Williams, I can't knock what Ollie's done.
I would have played him.
I'm so disappointed that Luke Shaw's injured, but I think he's going to have one of those injuries that probably keeps him out for the season now. I don't think we'll see him against Leicester either.
No, very difficult. He might make it for Europa League in a few weeks, but I disagreed. I would have played Brandon. I think he's proved that he's the second in command to Luke Shaw whenever he's not been available. Even when Luke Shaw has been available, and Brandon's done okay. I'm not saying he's better than him, but he's proven that he can play, and I think he deserves that chance. Now Luke Shaw's not there, and he has to, get a run as well.
I just thought he was so bad against Chelsea, and that Bowen is probably one of
everyone was.
Bowen's probably one of West Ham's best players, isn't he? And I think he plays off that side. Is it a bad omen that Hammer Time just came on the radio? Says Josh Sutton. No, because we're going to hammer them. We're going to hammer them. And if Chelsea lose both and we win against either Leicester or West Ham, we're in Champions League. Even just a tie will get us Champions League, says TK. And Ben, as Fosu won't get forward, it gives Greenwood more freedom, as when Wan-Bissaka plays, you see Mason drop back a bit more and defend to cover when needed. we're playing David Moyes. We know David Moyes because he ruined our bloody club. If he turns up at Old Trafford and plays high intensity pressing football, I'll be like, what? You could have at least done that for 9 months, you know. The whole point of Moyes is it's just very pragmatic side-to-side football and you know, tries to be well organised. Avanash says, I would still want Liverpool to lose today and then Chelsea to lose against Wolves. Would love to see Lingard plus 20 for Grealish if Villa stay in the Premier League. Well, Ricky messaged me today, and when Ricky messages you, you know, you think, oh, he's seen something. And he was like, I've heard you talking about. I heard your show this morning, Mark, and I heard somebody say swap Lingard for Villa for Grealish for a bit of money. I'll tell you what. Listen up here. I don't think Lingard gets in that Villa team. What do you think about that? And I went, well, I don't think Lingard would want to go to Villa, but I do think he'd get in their team. He was like, I disagree. Bye.
Oh, Ricky is an absolute legend. I thought he was going to say, I'll tell you what, I've seen all this talk, this Sancho kid. I'm not convinced. I you know, Juan Mata looks after the ball way better than this lad, you know.
I don't think he will. I don't think he will take to Sancho that much as well, because he's not took to Bruno, so I don't think he'll take to Sancho.
Ricky's not that guy who kind of jumps on the, you know, the hottest thing right now and stuff like that. I think the only person to do that for would be like Mbappe, where he just knows. Do you know what I mean?
I did say to him though, I will tell you what I would do, Ricky. I would do Delot to Dortmund for Sancho, and he went, "Oh, is Delot for sale then?" And I went, "Well, I would have thought so." And he went, "Wow."
You wouldn't sell him.
We'll have to wait and see. But I think Delot's definitely going. The fact that he can't get in,
man.
You know, Fosu Mensah's started 2 games now, hasn't he? He's come from nowhere. Robbo says that I'm glad he's playing Williams. Even the youngest have to learn back to bounce back from a poor performance, and I've got faith. Yeah, look, I back Ollie, and I want Williams to do well. He's 19, so you're right. What would be an acceptable goal for next season now that we have a better team from the start? It says Ivan Drago. And Navjoff says, Mark, I've been following you from a very long time and I've seen this community grow so big. Proud to be a member of this community, Manchester United. Love. Yeah, please subscribe if you're new. We're about 100 subscribers away from 760,000. It'd be great to hit that before kick-off. So bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, please do subscribe. Let's see if we can hit it. And if you have subscribed, click that share button and let's get some newbies on. So
can I say this? What? Actually, Paul Pogba, right? Obviously, you've got Declan Rice in midfield. You've got Mark Noble.
Rice is an interesting one. I'm looking forward to seeing how he does today. Actually.
Yeah, and listen, he will hassle you. He's a combative midfielder, and he likes to get after people. I've seen Declan Rice himself say, "Look, how he knows how good Paul Pogba is, etc., etc." But listen, I love Pogba, and people sometimes think that I was going overboard when I was saying it in his past games and that. But I just want him to do the simple things well, and I want him to do them quickly. I don't want him to take a couple touch, and then make the 5-yard easy pass. I want him to just do it. And the reason why I'm only singling him out is because I know how good he is. I love Paul Pogba. You know what I'm saying? When people were doing the slander on his name, I weren't really into that. But he does frustrate me sometimes when he just doesn't do the simple stuff consistent, because he can do it. He can do it. So, and when you've got people like Declan Rice around you, and as much as people might laugh at Mark Noble, because he's ancient and he's been there a long time, you're not there that long if you're not a good, honest, hard-working player who gets about the pitch and hassles their opposition. Yeah. You know what Mark Noble lacks in, you know, creativity and talent and guile, he makes up for in experience and decision-making. Do you know what I'm saying? And simplicity. And if Pogba messes about in that midfield and tries one flick too many, I'm telling you now, Declan Rice will be all over him or try to suffocate him with the likes of a Noble and a Souček. So for me, Matic is less likely to do that. You know, he likes to give it quick and give it simple, and Bruno's at the top end of the pitch. That's why I'm kind of, you know, talking about Pogba.
Ashu says, I think Fosu is going to give more freedom to Greenwood to be attacking. We need the defence intact. You know what's crazy? If we would have beaten Southampton, we could have qualified for the Champions League with a win tonight, says Yazza said. It's gone. You can't change the past. Ad says, if we get top 4 this week, all the pressure will be off the Europa League, which means we can play nothing to lose, which is rare in football. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. Kevin Barrett says, we've got to dictate tempo today. Quick and penetrating passes, please. We have the ability, so no excuses. Welcome to United Till I Die, latest member of the United Stand Members Club. Jordan Such says, Mark, with the Sancho transfer, do you think we could get a Bruno situation all over again, where we think we can get the player in the summer, don't get him, waste half of next season, then get him in January? No, I think if Sancho did end up staying at Dortmund, he would stay for another year. I don't think he would be like that. And Flex, your imitation of Goldbridge with the green screen was comedy gold, and I loved it. Everyone sub to the Flex. Loves of interesting content. Really enjoying it, says Joshua Bowwater. I bet that's the real Josh. I bet that's not Joshua. I bet that's the real one. Trying to stay in a job. But look, just that does remind me, actually, we've got 25,000 watching, which is great. Please subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner. But remember, on the United Stand, halfway through the second half, we open up on the United Stand website the player ratings page, where you vote for the player ratings out of 10. Every single player and the manager, mark them out of 10, 6 being average. And then in the match reaction show, I get all those thousands of votes on screen, and it's aggregated against what I vote for. So it's absolutely unique. We've been doing it now for about 3 weeks. It works really well the last couple of games. So it's the most accurate player ratings you can get because it's voted for by you. That will be coming up in the second half. So make sure you are here for that. Texas C says, none of that stupid slow passing around the back today, please, says Texas C. Yeah, we do. Yeah, the game is dictated by the. It's a bit like when you play pro clubs. I was playing a bit of pro clubs the other day, and you get these people who just hold on to the ball and try and skin people. And actually, it's taken me a few months, and our team, it's taken it a few months to realise that moving the ball quick, quick touches, quick movement, pass and move, quick movement, it's hard to defend, and it opens up a lot more space. And I think that's when United have done well, and I think that's exactly what we need to do tonight. I mean, Ayush says our current goal is to get top 4, which is almost done. Our next goal should be to finish the rebuild and go for the Premier League title. Look, for me, I don't know what you think, Flex, or everybody at home, but for me, all this talk about what we can do next season, whether Sancho's going to play, those conversations are lovely when you're in between games. We've got a game tonight. I couldn't give a damn about what we're doing next season.
We almost need to not talk about it until next Monday, after the Leicester game, because that's when it's really gonna matter.
I'll tell you what, if we don't get top 4 on Monday morning, that is going to be the longest. We're going to get bantered, quite rightly. Arsenal were giving it big about the FA Cup. They lose to Villa, but we lose tonight, and they'll forget about that because that's just the way. And also Liverpool fans, City fans, Chelsea fans, Leicester fans. So there is a pressure on these players. Looking at Harry Maguire and Lindelof there, I think, we talk about the fullbacks, we talk about the goalkeeper. For me, and I don't know what you think, Flex, if we had any defenders, then I would be looking at dropping one of those two, maybe even both. I think them, since the lockdown, have been as bad as what De Gea has been. I think they're, Maguire's lucky to be captain for me. I would have given it to Bruno. I know that's a bit controversial, but I just think that those two have got to have a big game. They're only playing because we've got nobody else.
Yeah, and they're not only playing because of that. I think they're.
What I'm saying is they could be dropped for their performances. They've not been playing as well as they should.
But with Solskjaer, I think what you do get with him is that he has his key players in certain positions. So obviously Harry Maguire's his captain, so he just lets him play every game. He's his linchpin. He's supposed to play every game. You're the captain. That's one thing. But the pairing of those two has been the pairing all year, and he's not changed it. He's changed it the odd game here because of a little bit of injury here and there, but by and large, that's his pairing, and he hasn't done any huge decisions that could, that he can't take back. He changes the positions where it's like, okay, I need to put someone in, or it's at the top end of the pitch because we need a few goals. With his back 5, he's been very, rigid in that and stern in that. And to be fair, I suppose the reason why he's done that is because we have gone on a long run where we haven't conceded that many goals. It's just that when we do concede, they're always down to mistakes. And I know you could say as soon as someone scores, it always means someone hasn't done their job. But the types and the manner of goals that we've been conceding, it's, Wan-Bissaka making a bad choice, or De Gea doing stupidness in the goal. Harry Maguire getting done in one-on-one situation. Victor Lindelof not being aware of someone's run. Like, they've been proper individual mistakes. But so on one hand, I see why Ollie has kept it the same, because that's his pairing. That's his pairing. He doesn't want to make a big statement like that, especially in the running when we're near the end. He just doesn't want to do it. But you're right, they haven't been playing great. And with Bailly not being able to stay fit, with Jones just being Jones, and Tuanzebe not being fit, you're right. I think it would have been interesting if we would have had another high-class centre-half who was fit to come in.
Just checking there, we're 50 subscribers away from 760,000, so please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, push us over there. And on Twitch, we're trying to do it before full time, and Twitch, make sure you're following us on there, press the button. How can you still think Sancho's going to go to United, says Lou Brucey, because everybody of any credibility knows it's very close. And the fact people watch this guy, says Max Bazza, loads of people watch us, mate. They love the United Stand community. If you don't like it, there's this thing called an X in the top right-hand corner on your browser.
He's on here, commenting. I don't get that. You've locked in, so you're watching, and then you've put a comment. I don't get that. Idiot.
He thinks he can influence thousands of people not to watch it. When he could just close the browser himself. It's like the Prat who sits watching the One Show when he hates it. I can't believe people are watching this crap. Oh, look at them. They're talking about a bloke who lives with dogs. Oh, I can't believe it. What's the information about Bay's injury, says Marshall Beast? I think it's the concussion protocol, so he'll probably be out for a week. A few super chats on YouTube. We now have a plan for teams that sit back, but what about teams that press high, says Derek. Controversial, we need Poch for long term. United are good with Ollie, but is Ollie right for long term? Probably not. Poch is massively underrated, says FC Blazers. I reckon that's Saeed. Chase Bergner says, hi Mark, do you think if we get Jadon Sancho to hold down the right side of the attack next season that Mason Greenwood will be good enough to be on the official backup to Martial at the striker spot after Agallo leaves? I hope so. I think that probably is the plan. Let's have a quick look here as well. I just saw David Moyes. He has aged a lot, hasn't he? Shiem says, I'd like to see Timothy and Axel grow and take responsibility and give competition, but we still need a centre-back, like you've said. Anyone in your mind? 3-0. I've got no idea on centre-backs. I know Simon Stone was talking about 2 or 3 players, and he mentioned a centre-back. I don't know who. Saeed goes on about Koulibaly. I just don't think we've got the money for that sort of a centre-back. I've seen City. You mentioned you wouldn't want Aki, and then apparently he's going to go to City.
Yeah. I don't know. What I said was for the money, I would give him. I would gamble. I just wasn't sure how much better he is. I mean, it's the same thing with Harry Maguire. I keep saying it in a lot of the stuff when we're wrapping up. I like Harry Maguire. I think he's done well. Has he improved our defence? Yes, but I just don't think he's been the big jump up in golf that we maybe thought he was. Well, that's my opinion.
Martial guaranteed to score because Goldbridge has got the t-shirt on, says James Murphy. I hope so. Williams, DRW 1981 is the latest member of the United Stand Members Club. People forget that our goals count double against Leicester too. We hardly ever don't score. We score one, that dents their goal difference too. I've said this before. If we beat Leicester, if we win 2-0, Leicester have only got to beat us 1-0 to overtake us. So it halves it as well. Thoughts on Ginter for Borussia Mönchengladbach? Proper centre-back with fantastic technical ability and good with build-up play. Thanks for what you do, says Cesar Lopez. And somewhere in the depths of Manchester, there's a wild Saeed waking up from his pre-match nap to polish his Maguire statue before the match.
Oh, that is brilliant. Hey, Mark, let me ask you this. If you was given a team talk, now, you were Ollie, you're in the changing room for the game, whatever, they're putting the boots on, putting the shin pads in, going out for the warm-up or whatever. What's your team talk? What would you say?
I would be quite hard. I would be quite hard, I think. I mean, just very quickly, Nathan Ducky says, do you think Flex, we should get Van der Beek? Or Grealish?
I prefer Grealish for me. Van der Beek's a good option if Grealish becomes too much money, especially if Villa stay up. But I just don't think we're in for him. I just think Grealish fits what Ollie is trying to build. I just see him as a better fit, but I would definitely take Van der Beek if the Grealish thing.
If they stay up though, Villa, they'll want a lot of money. I think
100%. Yeah, exactly. Which I don't think they'll do.
On the team talk, what I would say is that I'd be quite hard on them. I would be like, look, it's not been good enough the last few weeks. You've worked hard to get yourself into this situation. It's West Ham at Old Trafford. It's a big pitch. We know the pitch. I want the fullbacks to get forward. I want you to express yourselves. I want you to be confident. This is not a football club that, in this situation sinks. It's time to swim. You go out there and you start to build what I believe I'm building in this team, and that is winners and a strong mentality. You win tonight and you win against Leicester. You're in the Champions League football playing against the best team in the world, and you'll believe in yourself. Tonight's about belief. Go out there and do it.
I'll tell you what, mate. After that, I don't see how the players can't do it. Simple.
Well, but the thing is, they've not done it before, so it's like, but it is on the players. It's on the players. I'm sure Mourinho gave those chats, and I'm sure Van Gaal gave those chats, and I'm sure Ollie's given those chats. The players just need to believe in themselves. That's what they need to do. Super chat here from Mark and Flex. Do you think Hendo may get Euro League games in August since he had a good performance at Sheffield United? Says Tony Bain. I don't think he's available, is he? I don't think you can play in the Europa League if you've been on loan for a season. I don't know how that works. Maybe you can, maybe you can't.
That's a good question actually.
Because otherwise, could we not just buy Sancho in August and play him then? Because surely
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
the same thing.
Yeah, no. If you've not been in it, then you can't. But then he's our player already, though.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, that.
Yeah.
Don't you think Trezeguet would be better suited for Man United than Jack Grealish? Also a brace for Martial with another assist or two.
No.
He scored a good goal last night, but I've never thought of him as a top 6 player.
No, not at all.
Mark posts are Alex Ferguson players who wouldn't be not would you. I don't even know what that says, Alan. I'm really sorry. I can't even decipher that sentence, I'm afraid. Let's have a look what people are saying on Twitch. Pieface Best says, you're happy with top 4 and you spent over 100 million. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I love these sort of comments as well because, you know, unless you win the league, and even then they'll probably moan at you and say you won the league because you spent 100 million. Like, we're not a top 4 club. We've not really been a top 4 club for 7 years. So, of course, we're happy with finishing in the top 4. Thank you very much. What club do you support? I guarantee you're in the mid-table in 10th. And Make a De Gea shirt, says Reindeer. Yeah, maybe, hopefully. I wouldn't mind having a De Gea t-shirt. Why is Wan-Bissaka not playing since Beatley? I think he's got a knock, but also I think he's also knackered. And good afternoon, Mark. Did you see DT lost his head yesterday on Twitter? Did you see? I didn't, Fredster. Did you see it, Flex? Did he lose his head on Twitter?
I've done him like a kipper, like I always do, because he always pipes up as soon as we drop any form of points because they've been so shambolic this season. He likes to get out of his little cave. But it was all banter, and I didn't see him lose his shit. I just saw him just trying to justify it. But he, like I said, just #10th, innit?
I think he'd have to be a bloody idiot to lose his shit.
Yeah,
because,
no, I don't think
as I said, the problem that they have at Arsenal is this belief will be it'll be interesting, won't it? But I mean, look, one of the positives about not being in the FA Cup is that we don't have to have a rivalry with them. I don't want a rivalry with them. I want a rivalry with Chelsea and Liverpool and Man City. That's what we want.
Exactly.
So, we're 9 minutes away from kickoff. Happy birthday to Ewan Hacking. And Man United needs Louis Muriel, says Coleman Bell. And come on, Goldbridge, can I get a birthday shout out? You've just had it, Ewan. Happy birthday. And why is Delo not starting? Because Ollie didn't want to pick him. And we've also had a super chat from Alec Chewers. He says, would you consider players like Delafu, Decore, Sarr, Campbell, Aki, McGinn as squad players if these teams go down? It's hard to judge those players, isn't it, as to whether they're actually any better than a Pereira or a Lingard. I mean, I know they get a lot of stick, but maybe a Pereira and a Lingard in a Norwich side would be better than anything that they've got. It's hard to know how.
Yeah, it's hard. It's a different level. It is, especially at those types of clubs where they play different football. Their team isn't actually on the front foot. Their team isn't expected to win every game. It's a whole different setup. But they need to find a home because I don't think it's going to be here.
Also, put £10 on West Ham to soften the blow if we fail, says Mike Boddington. No. Fortune favours the brave. Somehow, I've done that one from Darth Vader. Yes, Goldie, can't wait for this game. Make or break, says Mark Jones. Truly embarrassing how you United fans speak about the Gunners more than your own club. Most in view are Londoners, says Alexander B. We haven't really spoken about Arsenal, really, mate. It's only when Arsenal fans come on our channel and do super chats that they get mentioned. And somewhere in Manchester side will be praying and maybe make some religious offerings to his Maguire statue for him to play well today. Well, I hope he does play well. And what do you all think about Tyrone Mings? I'm not a big fan of his.
No. I think the thing with Tyrone Mings is I think it's easy to look at the stature and how he buzzes about, how he orders people, and think, yeah, what centre half? But no chance. Nah, he's not as commanding as you think. For me.
I don't know whether anybody knows anything about Luke Shaw. Lingard is on the bench. I don't know if anybody knows anything about Luke Shaw. We've not had any updates. I've not had any updates anyway, but he's not playing and he's not on the bench, so the injury is obviously significant. And
that twist as well, you don't just run them off within a week and come back. If you twist your ankle like that, how he did, it's a couple of weeks job, and obviously the season will be done. So I think he'll be back for Europa.
What was your score prediction, Flex? I forgot.
2-0, tight cagey 2-0.
Yeah, see, 2-0 will be very good, and we'll be very happy about it. And I think ultimately the story tonight is to win the game. I'm just greedy and think that if we could just win by 3 goals, it gives us that little bit of breathing space that even if Leicester beat us by 1, they've got to beat us by 2. Whereas, as we know, if we win today and lose to Leicester, we probably still won't be in the top 4. Unless Chelsea lose both their games, in which case we will be. But I will get you back on at half-time because the players are coming out onto the pitch, Flex. And hopefully we won't be...
Please start quick. Please.
That's the big thing. Definitely need to start quick.
Keep giving these teams confidence. Yeah, I'll see you at half-time, bro.
All right, mate. Cheers, Flex.
Nice one.
You can follow Flex on Twitter at FlexUTD. Top 4 finish and Europa League would be a relatively successful season for us, says Carlos Lainez. I think it'd be a great season, Carlos. I think, I vividly remember, I've said this a few times, I vividly remember the end of the transfer window and the start of the season and saying that team won't get top 4. Unlike the Stone Roses song, Arsenal have sold their souls, says Alec Williams. And Salah Ahmed says, heard you bought Lingard on career mode. Is there extra football for your career? I approve the swap of Lingard for Trezeguet. Next signing should be Ozil. That's on Mark Goldbridge, that's football. Where I am going to be doing a Chelsea versus Liverpool watch along after I've done my match reaction later. Top 4, we've done that. We've also had a super chat from Jeff D. Castaneda. He says, hi Mark, I don't know if you answered it, but if United win tonight, would you be more confident or worried about playing Leicester on Sunday? Also, hopefully Bruno gets a goal. Depends on the scoreline tonight, mate. That's the thing. If we win 1-0, the Leicester game just becomes another cup final. If we win 3-0, I'd be very confident that we won't get beaten by 2 goals by Leicester. Son23 says, thoughts on Mason Greenwood's new Insta model girlfriend? I'm not going to read that. And Alice Salmon says, for the past 7 years, every time when the time comes to take that next step, we bottle it. Hopefully this time we go through the mental block. And yes, I agree with that. We do need to do that. Tonight is the night to do it. If no Champions League next season, then what? Ollie out, says Benna Ragnarsson. Ollie won't be sacked if we don't get Champions League. Whether he should do or not, he won't be. And Rob Hatherley says, evening Mark, hope you're well. I'm going for a 2-0 win. I've gone 3-0. Get your comments in the comments sections in relation to what scoreline you're going for. And so top 4, third highest in Europa League is good. But when Jose got second in Europa League, it wasn't good enough, says Wavy Dens. Yeah, but Jose didn't get second in Europa League in the same season, Wavy. He won the Europa League and the Carabao Cup and finished 5th. And he won nothing and came second. He didn't do it in the same season. And also, I think the team on paper was expected to do more then. I think we're at a lower point now. MMH91 says, I love the content. Keep the coming. If we don't get Grealish, do you think we can get a swap deal for Van der Beek for Lingard or Delo? I wouldn't mind. Van der Beek. I actually think, in a way, he's probably a better player than Grealish. But I'll be very happy with Grealish as well. I think a lot of it will come down to value in the market, won't it? If Villa stay up, they will want more money for Grealish. If they go down, they will have to sell Grealish. So that will definitely have a part to play in it. But we are 3 minutes away from kickoff. I'm getting nervous. I've got the Martial t-shirt on. You can get your t-shirts. They're below the videos now. You can get them through YouTube. Clicks on there. Martial today. The t-shirt's done me well since lockdown. I've pretty much every game the t-shirt I've got on has delivered. So it's time to do it. It's hammer time, says MC Hammer. It's time to hammer those hammers and send them off home because we need the 3 points. We do. I mean, I think, whilst a draw wouldn't be the end of the world because it would put us into 4th, I think a draw would psychologically put us in a very nervous situation because it'd be another opportunity at Old Trafford that we actually haven't taken. So we do need to do that. And get the yawns out the way. I've been tired all day because I've been nervous all day. I think there's a lot of nervous energy going on at the moment. And players are all gathering around the centre circle here. Please subscribe if you're new. We're only 10 subscribers away from 760,000 on YouTube. Bottom right hand corner, subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner to do that. And if you are watching on Twitch as well, please do give us a follow on there. If you were Ollie, would you be telling your players to be more ambitious at shooting at goal, not only win but separate the goal difference gap as well, says Jeff D. Castaneda. Well, the thing is though, we had that problem with Bruno, didn't we, in relation to shooting at goal from distance, and if you shoot too far out, you waste the possession in the final third. I don't care if we tap it in from 6 yard 5 times. Absolutely bricking it tonight. Keep up the good work, says Reese Figage. And hello, Mark. What do you think about Van Bissaka and Shaw not being in the starting lineups as Curtis Walsh? I think it's disappointing in relation to Luke Shaw, but if he's not fit, what can you do? Our biggest rival for top 4, Leicester, have got no Maddison, Chilwell, Pereira, Sionku. So who are we missing, really? You know, we're only missing Luke Shaw, and I think the amount of games that have been played since lockdown, touch wood, I think we've got away with it, really, compared to a lot of clubs. We've not really had any injuries. So, you know, missing out on Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw is unfortunate. But Pogba looking like he's pumped up as well. Let's not play like we did against Chelsea, says Sam Hardwick. No, let's go on the front foot from the first whistle and let's get this job done. We need to start well. We need to start confidently. We need to win this bloody game of football. Just getting ready to start the whistle here. It's finally kick-off. It's finally time. It's time for Manchester United to deliver. Not a slow start. A quick start, please. Let's do this, do this, do this. Bruno kicks us off. And we've gifted up possession already. Now, United looking... This is a good start already. Look how high up the pitch Brandon Williams is. Look how high up the pitch Fosu Mensah is. This is a very encouraging start already. First few seconds, and the fullbacks are very high up the pitch, which is something I've been eager to impress for a long, long time, that how important it is that Manchester United do that. So, Pogba here at the moment. West Ham not pressing as well, which is interesting. Thanks for the super chat from Amaria Kadu. And let's see how we start here. Brandon Williams, Greenwood, hit it. Oh, finds Martial. Oh, goes behind Rashford. A little bit unlucky there, but good to see. Good to see Manchester United. Oh, he's offside as well. Good to see Manchester United with their fullbacks high up the pitch. It's going to be really important today. Sati Singh says, is goal difference more important than just winning both games? Look, if we win 3-0, happy days. But first of all, you've got to win the game. And as we know, didn't play well against Palace, didn't play well against Chelsea, didn't play well against Southampton. So first thing is to win the game. If we can play well and thrash them 3-0, great. But first things first, win the game. And Mikel Antonio, good play by Fosu Mensah there. Lovely play by Fosu Mensah there. Nice little ball. Tony, on his own, needs a bit of help. Oh, what a shot by Martial. And it's a good save by the keeper. Touches the t-shirt, but lovely start by Martial, and he's got his sighter in straight away. Mark, what do you think about Mark Cupmine as a CDM? He's a leader, 6'1", tall, amazing player, says Nayoth. It's a good shot by Tony. I don't know whether it was actually going in, but keeper Fabianski makes a good save. But it's a good start by Manchester United. The fullbacks are playing really high up. Raking ball out to Brandon Williams on the left-hand side. Gives it into to Rashford. Matic, Bruno, Greenwood. Oh. West Ham looking to clear. United playing with a good tempo here in the first few minutes. And West Ham not looking to press, which I think plays into our hands far better. Good effort, says Jake Way. Greenwood's getting on the ball a lot as well. This is what you want. A lot of players on the ball. Nice little roll into Bruno, into Greenwood. Oh, and another shot. 2 shots in the first couple of minutes here. Good play by United. They need to keep this tempo up. I think in the last few games, we haven't had 2 shots in the first 20 minutes. In this game, nice little bit of link-up play. 2 shots in the first 2 minutes. 1 from Greenwood and 1 from Martial. We're looking decent here. Here's that Martial shot again. Show me the post, bro. It was going wide anyway, but the keeper made a mistake. Made the keeper make a mistake. We look really good and we're pumped up, says Jack Brown 852. It's a good start from United. A nice little flick by Bruno there. West Ham not been able to get into the game yet. Here's Declan Rice. Orden Harry Maguire. Good first few minutes here, Manchester United. I like it. I like it a lot. Hazri says, United are going to score soon if they keep up the pressure. Early goal in this game would be very, very, very good in relation to opening the game up, of course, because if we score early against West Ham, they can't just sit back. They haven't got anything really to lose, West Ham, but I think that they would like a point because it basically confirms their... I mean, they're going to stay up anyway, West Ham. They've got a superior goal difference. They can be caught by both Watford and Villa, so technically they could still go down, but their goal difference is way better, so the point would be big. But United are moving the ball around really well here. Nice little ball. Fosu Mensah very far forward, which is good to see. And this is definitely coming from the coaches. Move the ball quick. Rashford, take that ball, mate. Take it. Bowen has left Brandon Williams there. And he's done well. He's done well. Good recovery. I think he's got a little bit lucky there, Brandon Williams. A lot of people will say, what a tackle. He never looked in control there. I think he just got a bit lucky. But you know what? He stayed with him. Fair play. And United bring the ball forward. And now it's Rashford. What's that? Come on, Marcus. Switch on. Very important that every pass counts in the first few minutes. You can't start doing bad passes because the momentum will disappear. Rashford's done a couple of bloody step overs and a very poor ball there. Everyone else is doing well. Switch on. Saeed says ugly goal is what we need. Early goal is what we need. Rockstuff says Moyes should give up management and audition for Gargoyle in the next Batman movie. Oh dear, that's very what's the word? Horrible. Marcus needs to relax, says John. Yeah, I agree. Good movement of the ball again. Will Pogba shoot? No. Oh, nearly finds Martial. They're knocking on the door at the moment, United, and they're keeping hold of the ball. West Ham can't get rid of the ball, and United's tempo is good. That's a bad ball by Matic, though. Play the simple pass. We don't need to force it. We've been playing the ball really well. Let's not force it. Let's keep the ball. If everyone keeps moving, we don't need to force it. Patience it's a 90-minute game. The key is not to concede and just keep working, and we'll work on opportunities. It's really good from United at the moment. We've probably had something like 90% possession in the first 6 minutes. This is fine. It's all in the final third of West Ham. We're having to go side to side. I'm loving this though. I'm loving how high Brandon Williams and Fosu Mensah are because it's giving the options. It reminds me of Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw in the first few weeks after lockdown where they were playing so high up the pitch. It really does cause the opposition problems, and it always gives United a pass because if you're Matic or Pogba or Bruno, you always know you've got that pass. But look, United struggle with the press. There is no press at all here from West Ham. So this bodes really well for Manchester United. West Ham are playing a high line, says Tyler. They're playing a very compact line. Oh, come on. Rashford again. And Matic. You see, we've lost the momentum there. We've kept the ball for so long and now we're back on the halfway line. Can't be sloppy. What do you think of Pearson's sacking, says Shazam? I don't really care, to be honest. All I care about is Manchester United. Tonight. I don't care about Jadon Sancho. I don't care about next season. I don't care about the Europa League. I don't care about Nigel Pearson. All I care about is Manchester United winning this game. Fosu Mensah on the right-hand side. He's going to whip a cross in and he's going to win a corner. No, he's gone for a goal kick. Keep the tempo up. Keep the tempo up. If we don't score in the next 15 minutes, we'll concede, says Michelangelo69. And Zachary, I've done loads and loads of... I've read loads out on Twitch, so you're wrong there. And you can't pay or sub on Twitch either, so you do get read out for nothing. Moyes is parking the bus, says Galactus Pro. And I don't like a right-footed left-back, man. Bloody Ashley Young crap, says John Sherrell. Hello, John. Hope you're doing well. Steve Lebo says, early days, but starting Fosu Mensah over Wan-Bissaka was the right call. It's the right call because Wan-Bissaka looked absolutely exhausted and wasn't playing well. Fosu Mensah has started off quite well and he's got the energy. Liam Marr says, I'm back. Back again. Please subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner on YouTube. We're going for 761k. West Ham with their first little bit of the ball here. United again, all I would say is relax. You've had a good start. You've not really had a clear-cut chance yet, so it's not like you haven't taken advantage of anything. It's been a good start from Manchester United. Keep concentrated at the back, and it's very obvious that West Ham are going to try and hit us on the break and then defend what they've got. And there's a free kick here, right on the edge of the box. Greenwood. And that's what I mean. We don't need to be too eager. This is just it's Michael Antonio, and I don't think Greenwood does much there, and it's certainly not where the referee's given the free kick. It's about 2 meters back the other way. The foul is the foul's not even near there. It's back at least 2 meters. What? One not a foul, as Charlie, his daddy, says. One not a foul and not a foul there. That's a very big advantage that West Ham have been given there. Because if that free kick's 2 meters further back, it's not as threatening as a cross. That's a joke. Good cross, though. Cresswell goes out for a goal kick. I think if West Ham had attacked that, there could have been problems. We've had 86% possession, says Michelangelo. West Ham shouldn't even be in a relegation battle, says Darius the God. And Rich the Man 33 says, possession means nothing if you do nothing with it. Hi Mark, long time, can you call Orla and Shelley a Pratt? Let's go United to Sean Swan. Oh god, this is all going on again. Well done Brandon Williams, because that was a sloppy ball by Lindelof. Lovely switch of the play by Pogba. Here's Bruno. Rashford. Rashford needs to just calm down a little bit. It's a foul on Brandon Williams. Come on United, says Dark Shadow. And we've wasted the free kick there because it's now gone for a throw-in. Who would you replace Lingard, Pereira, Mata, Sancho, Rohan Jones with if you could replace each one this summer and maintain squad depth? Rohan, with all due respect, we're watching one of the biggest games of the season and you've just given me a 10-minute essay to write. I can't talk about who I'd replace Lingard, Pereira, Mata, Sanchez, Rohan Jones with in the middle of a game. What I would say is I would move on all those players, but you wouldn't replace all of them with each individual player. And I can't go on a scouting mission when we've got a massive game like this on. Mark, can you shout, Alexa, play Dirty Dancing, just to annoy some people? Alexa, play Dirty Dancing. If that works, it's great. Mark, do you think we should cash in on Fred like KG and Adam said? Oh, Bruno's in. Oh, he's offside. He's on. Okay, I can read that now. Do you think we should cash in on Fred like KG and Adam think? What job does he offer? He isn't challenging any of the first team, says Matt Morton. I think it's a bit unfair to do that, Matt, if I'm honest with you, because... I think up until lockdown, he was our second best player of the season. So it's probably a little bit too early. Tyler says, did we get the 17-year-old from Madrid? I think so. West Ham are on the attack here. Come on, United. Oh, a little bit of a slip. That's gone for a goal kick. You know, I just need to calm down. Just need to calm down a little bit here. I sense a little bit of tension in our live comments. I sense a little bit of tension in myself, to be honest. We started off very well, but it's 0-0. Long, long way to go. A long way to go. Have a little bit of patience. Poor ball by Lindelof there. We've dropped a little bit in the last 5 minutes. Greenwood, first player since Giggs in 92 to reach 50 appearance. Can't wait to see his growth in the next couple of years. Playing well so far. Let's go United. To Sean Miller. 15 minutes gone. Be nice to get a drink before this. Nice to get a drink. It'd be nice to get a goal before this bloody drinks break. I hate the drinks break. I mean, it's helped us out a little bit, but it's also a pain in the backside. Mark, watch along for Liverpool versus Chelsea, says Japoki Robinson. Depends, mate. Depends on this result, really. I have got it set up on That's Football to do it, but I've got to do match reaction and everything here. Not going to lie, I really thought Fosu was done at United, but he's looking like he could be a decent backup for Wan-Bissaka, says Jacob Hexamer. Even better than that, he might develop into a bit of a... centre back, centre defensive midfielder as well. He's got a good thing I like about Fosu Mensah. He's got the sort of body that he can play as a fullback, a centre defensive midfielder, maybe even a centre back. He's quick. He's just got to stay fit. He's had a bad injury. Welcome to Chuggy, latest member of the United Stand Members Club. Good start from United. It's gone a little bit sloppy in the last sort of 7 minutes. We've got to stop playing out from the back. Maguire cannot play football. Now Al Saeed rates him and not Matic baffles me, says Sean Turner. It's favouritism, isn't it? That's what it is. And Pick School says the Championship promotion race will be better than the Chelsea game. Yeah, it's the Championship tonight, isn't it, as well? That is going to be interesting. Although I think West Brom will get the second spot, and then the playoffs, Brentford will be the favourites. Come on, United, a little bit more action, please. A little less conversation, a little more action, please. See, we're all going we've gone a bit conservative here. We've slowed the pace down. It's all gone a bit side to side and backwards. There's a nice ball there. Matic didn't see it to Bruno. Bruno's making some good runs off the pitch in the top left-hand corner. Here's Pogba, centre of the pitch. But look at West Ham. They've got so many players back. United have got to get the ball in quickly. Martial's a bit of time to turn over the bar. Worth a shot. I would have had a shot from there. Worth a shot from Martial. It's over the bar, but it just shows you that that space is there. United are moving around a lot. Fat Joe is watching, he's playing GTA and watching this. Multitasking. Have a little patience, yeah. Pogba. Rashford. Here's Greenwood. I would have hit that, Greenwood. Here's Martial on the right-hand side. He's going to give it to Brandon. No. Come back. Matic. Pogba. Bruno. Pogba. Martial. Ooh, nearly. Nearly found Pogba. Didn't work. Too bad Delo hasn't got more of a chance. I think he'd do better in this system as an attacking fullback, says Tyler Lamperton. And Maguire, Lindelof and Matic need to stop searching for key passes. It slows the game too much. They are... West Ham are playing very deep here. And I think it's helping United that they're playing deep. We just need to get that goal. As soon as we got the goal, West Ham will have to come out a bit. Matic. Oh, terrible first touch. Come on, Matic. Ricky won't be happy. Oh, I will, Fleck. He's been bloody superb. I tell you, listen up. How many touches has he had? I know he's given the ball away 5 times, but the fact is he wants the ball. It's not about what you do with the ball if you want it. You know, he's like a dog chasing a ball. You know, he'll keep dropping it and chasing it. That's what he'll do. He's a superb player. But it remains. We're gonna be at the drinks break and 0-0. Matic has been a bit wasteful, yes. And it's a corner to West Ham. Down that left-hand side again, crosses getting in at the front post. At least Harry Maguire was there, but unfortunately it was Antonio putting the cross in and he's meant to be the centre forward, so there was no one there to get it. But a very similar situation to what happened with the first goal against Chelsea there. Cross not being stopped, but nobody in the middle for West Ham. But they have got a corner out of this. There's a good comment here from George F108. Bloody hell, they've got to win their headers on these corners. I feel like West Ham are boring us on purpose, says Red Baron. Good comment here from George. He says, look at Arsenal. They failed. Good cross in. Good header by Harry Maguire. It's a foul on Harry Maguire as well. George F108 on Twitch says, look at Arsenal. They failed to get the first goal against Villa and Villa sat back and hit them on the counter and scored. The first goal is crucial for United as West Ham will push out more, leaving more gaps to exploit. Exactly. And Aditya says, I feel that Saeed believes Maguire is as good as he thinks because he watches and waits for Maguire to do something good that fits his argument instead of reviewing him on overall performance. But I think we all do that as well. I think we're all guilty of that, aren't we? If you like a film or if you like a, you know, you like a man or a woman, you're going to do that. Risky ball by Maguire, it works. See, Matic has had 4 touches there. He needed to get it out, get rid of it a little bit quicker. Rashford, that's better. Carrying the ball into the space. He could have passed the ball, but carrying it's fine at that pace. Over to Bruno. Rashford hit it. Oh no, too much. Too much, Marcus. You're not Maradona. Get the shot off in that position. He's tried to skin somebody. Pogba and Bruno are doing well though. And Greenwood, they're recycling the ball really well. Probing all the time, moving around. Good performance from Bruno and from Pogba and Greenwood so far in relation to their movement. Here's Martial as well. He's been dropping off a lot. Bruno into Martial down the flank. Needs some help. Oh, it was a decent cross. Pogba thought about hitting it. Go on, hit it now. Oh, Fosu Mensah on the right-hand side. Cross comes in. Oh, Bruno. He was offside. Lovely play by Pogba. Gets it outside to Fosu Mensah. He puts a good cross in. I thought Bruno was going to flick it in, but somebody was offside. Fosu Mensah's actually offside. West Ham get out well there. We should have scored really, but Fosu was offside, not the cross. Good play. Drinks break. Ollie having a word. Goldbridge has a stretch. Get rid of the nerves. Come on. Pump it up. Pump it up. Why are we still zonal marking? Antonio's just left by himself on De Gea. How can Ollie not see playing out from the back with our centre-backs? Doesn't work, says Sean Turner. Well, zonal marking doesn't work either, I agree. I can't stand the zonal marking, but we seem to like it. And shout out for Saeed for taking all the banter off Ricky. Back to Fred though, Mark, and cashing in. What if he loses value by falling down the ranks, says Matt Morton. I don't think Manchester United will be selling Fred in the summer. I don't, because I think it's too early to do that, isn't it? Too early to do that. There's too many other players that need to go. How can you sell Fred, Rojo, Lingard, Sanchez? You know, we won't be able to sell all of them. Brandon Williams is hurt. He'll be subbed soon, says an old brownie. I hadn't noticed that, to be honest. Might be an observation there. I mean, the thing about Brandon is he will try and play through the pain barrier, that's for sure. Please subscribe if you're new, bottom right-hand corner. Welcome to the channel. We're live every night at 8 o'clock, every morning at 10 a.m. We've got fan cams, match reaction. Remember, in the second half, you can vote for the player ratings as well. We had thousands voting on the Chelsea game and on the Crystal Palace game. And then when I do my match reaction, we go through the player ratings, we click the buttons, and it tells us what your aggregate player rating is. So it's the most accurate player ratings out there. It's not just done by one person, it's done by thousands of you. So we'll have that link for you in the second half. Good start. Feel like Rashford is going to score first, says Dylan from Cork. I don't mind Dylan. We've officially got our backup right back, says Daniel Luciano. Love the interchangeability of our front line. Rashford needs to take another step up this game. He's I've not got a bad word with it against any player at the moment. I think, you know, maybe Rashford's trying to do a little bit too much. But, you know, he wants to win, doesn't he? And sometimes players are like that. See, Matic, that ball's got to go a lot quicker. What's happened here? Oh, shut up. This ref's crap. Wetter than a fisherman's pocket. How is that a handball on Pogba? Noble is going to be like one of those Futurama heads in a glass still playing for West Ham with a robot body, says Red Baron. That was nice by Matic to take that down in the box there and just lay it off to Pogba. And now Bruno, he needs some of his runners. Lovely ball into Martial. Where's the ball? Where's this next ball? Martial into Bruno. Good defending by West Ham. Lots of numbers back. Mark, I think the drink break is for advertisement, as in Brazil and USA, it's all about sponsorship. Your thoughts, says Inofta. I don't know. I don't like the drinks break. I've got to be honest. I've been impressed with United. We've played a lot better. We've played more like we did in the first few games after lockdown, but we've just not been able to carve West Ham open yet because they're playing so many people behind the ball. They're clearly playing to get a point, West Ham, which is what I thought they would do. Lovely ball out wide to Rashford. That should have gone first time to Brandon Williams. Again, Rashford's holding on to the ball for too long. Needs to get rid of it quicker. Bruno, terrible shot. Awful. Should have gone wide to Rashford there. Yeah, I think that the first sort of 27 minutes, this is the problem. This game's going to go quick. Because we need to win, it's going to go quick. Jack Harvey 14 says pass. And exactly, I think Marcus Rashford's just trying to do a little bit too much at the moment, whereas if he passes and moves, he'll get the ball back. Nice by Williams. Oh, it's a bit of a hospital pass for Bruno, though. And Declan Rice just skips past Matic. Is that the future against the past there? Matic just couldn't live with him there for pace. Rashford comes back. West Ham are starting to get into this game a little bit. They're winning a few tackles. Lindelof up against Mikel Antonio. And he's won a corner out of that. No, he's not. He's won a goal kick. Well done. If and when we sign Sancho, I'm 100% sure it'll be Rashford getting drops, says Sean Turner. And I think it's too early to call Timothy Fosu-Mensah our backup right back. Definitely has the potential, but would also love to see him at CDM. Need to score before the half time, says Sean Miller. Yeah, Fosu-Mensah's doing it. I mean, look, it's not every club can drop or rest Wan-Bissaka, can they? And bring in somebody who's done a good job. And Fosu-Mensah has done a good job. He looks tidy, doesn't he? That's all you can ask for when you want to rest a player. De Gea's had nothing to do so far. Oh dear, De Gea, that's poor distribution. This passing out from the back. I don't know why every club now passes out from the back. There's nothing wrong with a long ball if you've got movement. It's a big pitch. Somebody should be able to drop somewhere and get the ball to feet. Too slow at moving the ball from back to front. This has been a consistent problem for United. Half an hour gone. 50 appearances for Greenwood tonight. Great achievement, says Rob Hatherley. We've got nearly 30,000 people watching on YouTube and over 600 on Twitch. Please give us a follow if you're watching on Twitch and subscribe if you're new on YouTube. West Ham are starting to grow in the game. That doesn't concern me. I just think that's typical. Oh, fucking Bowen. Good covering by Matic. I think Bowen is getting the better of Williams. And that's what I was scared about before the game. Bowen's quite a good player for West Ham. And he's much more physical than Brandon Williams. And it looks a little bit of a mismatch to me. Come on, you Reds, says control player. And Shays79 says Williams is getting roasted by Bowen. I wouldn't go that far, but I do think that they are trying to. They're not using the left hand. They're not using the Wan-Bissaka, the Fosu Mensah side. They're using the Bowen side a lot. That's poor defending from United there. How is Bowen playing a short corner and getting it on the edge of the box to whip a cross in? Who is marking Bowen there? That's terrible. Premier League football. That is bloody shocking. Really sloppy defending there. Oh, sloppy by Fosu Mensah as well. Need to get your heads on here, United. United having a bad few minutes here. Bad couple of minutes. West Ham just starting to play their way into the game a little bit. Benjamin Morgan says, popular opinion, Mark is a cutie. Well, somebody will appeal. Some people appeal to others, don't they? How could anyone on earth not appreciate Shaw at left back after the past few weeks without him? Says Stephen Alexander. I agree. I'm half tempted to tweet it, Stephen Alexander. Should we just do a copy and paste and see what the reaction is on Twitter? It'll wind everybody up, but... Please stop passing it around the back, says Extra Z. Well, we had a good start in this game, is what I would say, but we've not created a shot in the box, really, have we? We had that cross from Fosu Mensah, but it was offside. We had a shot from Martial that was a good save by the keeper, but it wasn't actually going in anyway. And we had another shot from Greenwood, but we've not done anything. We've not caused West Ham enough problems. We've moved the ball quite well in phases, and we've looked a lot better than we have done in the last couple of games. But remember, West Ham aren't pressing us like Southampton and Palace and Chelsea did. So we're having it, we're having a lot of the ball, but we can't carve them open. I agreed with you not long ago about our left back depth and strength being solid. I'm willing to give Williams another year, but think Davies is the future. Says Michael Hawkes. Mark, I think you upset Zane when you shouted at him the other day. He's been quiet since. Either that or he's buying and burning Villa tops. He's got nothing to say, has he? Nice little ball out wide to Brandon Williams there. Matic plays well against the team that sits back but plays poorly under a press against top teams. He's playing okay today but taking too many touches. Yeah, I think Matic has taken too many touches today, and it's not really been something he's done a lot in the good play by Fosu Mensah here. Oh, a bit unlucky with his pass. Telegraphed his pass a little bit. See, that needed to go to Matic 3 seconds ago. Too many touches from Harry Maguire again there. There was a pass on to Matic straight away. Why is it that dropping a player for a spell meant they were terrible? Matic has done well after being out. David De Gea, Maguire and Rashford also need a break. Competition is healthy. Thanks for the content, says Streaming with Alex. James Gamer says that if Cardiff get in the Premiership, United fans are shaking. Are we? I don't even know who manages Cardiff anymore. Well, we've got the Martial t-shirt on, but you've got to give him the chances. None of the front three have really had a chance yet. A couple of half-chance shots, but not anything you'd think was... that needs to go to... Let's see, that's better. That's better. This is good play. Greenwood, right-hand side. He's going to cut in on his left. Bruno. Oh, he thought... Bloody hell. Bruno. The ball gets stuck under his feet. A little bit better from United there. And they've got it back with Harry Maguire. Come on, move the ball quicker. 4 touches there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's too many, Matic. Too many touches. See, Brandon Williams and Rashford use one touch. If I was Ollie at half time, I'd said I don't care where you are on the pitch. I don't want to see more than 2 touches. Move the ball quick. 1. Here's Greenwood. Go on. Good play by Greenwood. Pogba. Better. Matic. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, it's too many touches. Move it quicker. Martial. Matic. Go wide. Lovely. Fosu Menza. That's better. When Matic moves the ball quicker, things happen. Nice. Martial does well. Good. Oh, better. Better. West Ham will clear it. Come on, Harry, move it. Bruno's got it. That's it. Quicker movement of the ball. It's the continental way. Move the ball quicker. See, fair play. Rashford and Williams, then they're taking 1, 2 touches max. Rashford, 1, 2, 3. Good shot. Palms it away. Better. Greenwood. Fosu. It's so hard to defend when you... He's done it again. 4 touches again, Matic. Use it quicker. 1, 2. That's better. I'm going to count his touches every time because he's got to move it quicker. Greenwood. Martial. Nice. Cut back, cut back. Oh, Fosu Menza. Didn't really get a good connection. Goes wide. Tanvir says, what will Ricky say about Matic taking too many touches? Watching Fosu this half, there is the makings of a very good player there, not afraid to get forward, says Muzzy Lines. I've been very impressed with how he's got forward, actually. And Jack Morris says, Mark, do you think Axel Tuanzebe should be given a chance in the Europa League? He's not fit. I'd love him to. I think he would have been given a chance, but he's not fit. Personally, I think Nathan Ake would be an amazing signing this transfer window, says YNSA Gamer. And Dahea Idol says Lingard just needs his confidence back. I mean, that thing I just did then when I was talking about the number of touches, that was something my coach used to do when I was 15. And Dahea's got it. He would talk to us about that during the game and at half time and after the game, and he'd say, look, your average touches was 3, I want it down to 2. It gets in your head. Oh, nearly a nice ball into Greenwood. If he'd just let that run across him a bit, he would have been in a great situation there. Little bit better from United in the last few minutes. Be very good to get a goal before half time. I think we've just about deserved it, but although we haven't created that key chance yet, we've definitely been the better progressive side. See, Williams, you should have moved into that space forward there. There was space to go into. Matic. Bruno. So many West Ham players back. That's why you've got to move the ball quick. If ever you're a defender, and a lot of you will know this, you don't want the quick ball. Whether it's the ball over the top, the ball in behind, the cross, you don't want the quick ball because it gives you less time to prepare. That's better from Matic. Nice switch. Rashford. You see, 1 touch in the pass. Brandon Williams. Cut it back. Oh yes! Oh, what a block! Greenwood. Shit. I'd have put my money on that. And it's a foul on Akel Antonio. Williams with the cross. It bounced off somebody, deflected into the path of Greenwood, who I don't think he can do any more. Lovely play by Brandon Williams. The cross flicks to Greenwood, and he could have gone bottom corner. I think he's just gone for power and low, and he's hit it straight at the West Ham defender. Best chance of the game, that. Good play by Williams. Good play by Rashford. See, Rashford actually, I don't know whether Ollie had a word with him at the drinks break, but Rashford has stopped taking loads of touches and he started doing 1, 2 passes. Williams has just sent Bowen back to school, so sent Maxi 10. Your fault, Goldbridge. You should be wearing a Greenwood t-shirt. Don't you worry. Martial will score. Or he'll get an assist. Fosu Mensah is better than Aaron Wan-Bissaka going forward, says Danny Welbeck. That's a little bit early to be saying that. A little bit early to say that. Oh, we've got nearly 30,000 watching on YouTube. Please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right-hand corner. A lot of tension. I bet there's a few people watching who aren't United fans, hoping for that despair. But I tell you what I would say about this game is United have done quite well without really creating many chances. But if West Ham were to score, you'd worry. It is a bit like the Villa-Arsenal game. You'd worry because they're set up to score on the counter and frustrate. Williams plus Rashford starting to show some chemistry, says Daniel Luciano. Come on, you hammers, says Zayn Miassi. He's back. Up the Villa, UTV. 4 minutes to half time. United just need to stay strong. If they go in at 0-0, then you've just got to stay strong. It's not always going to work out, is it? You know, nice little first ball to Pogba. Well, it's not a great ball from Pogba, but Greenwood's kept it over on the right-hand side. I think Pogba's had a mature performance. You've got to understand ball to know that Pogba's had a good game. I think him and Bruno have had a good game. Lazy flick off by Bruno there. Sometimes you've got to know... Flicks work if you know what's going on behind you. I don't think he knew what was going on there. What are we thinking, everybody? Are you still confident? I'm still confident. I am still confident. I do think it's a precarious score, but I think United have actually played well in this game. Lots of ramifications around the scoreline, of course. Just would say this, that if United do win, what a save. Well, it's not a great save by De Gea, but I think it might have been a foul on Lindelof, but it's point blank. Maguire is awful. Where's Said, says Sean Turner. I don't know whether the ref was going to give a foul here, but they switch it out to that left-hand side again. Cross comes in. Antonio gets up. I think it would have been a foul on Lindelof anyway. Yeah, it would have been a handball as well. Yeah, so if United win by 1 goal, but Leicester beat us on Sunday, Leicester would go above us. So it's a weird old situation how it's worked out that we do play Leicester on the last game of the season. But then again, you never would have thought that Leicester... Honestly, we are missing Luke Shaw, says Naveen. Yeah. We are. And it's going to be a yellow card here for Fosu Mensah. Yeah, it is a yellow card as well. You see that? You know, you say Fosu Mensah's having a good game and then he puts in a tackle like that is just wild. Keep it coming, Zane. Every time you throw us a banter ball, you get it in the face, says Bada Bing Sving. Even as a United fan, I can be honest and say Tierney is better than Luke Shaw, says Ollie Dav. But that's just mate, that doesn't mean anything. It means something to you, but it doesn't mean it's true. I mean, Tierney's probably played about 5 games this season. Luke Shaw's been one of our best players for the last 5 months. I disagree with you. Totally and utterly disagree with you. And I think there's more evidence to go with my argument than yours. But look, that's your opinion. It doesn't mean it's a definitive. Neither does it mean mine. Rice has been better than Matic, says Mike Lilly. Well, I think Matic has been on the ball a lot more. But free kick here for West Ham. This is where United need to be strong. They've been the better side. They've not created much. But West Ham, Declan Rice. And it's hit Pogba in the face. Could have been a bloody penalty there. Pogba's put his... this is going to be a penalty. This is going to be a penalty. 100% penalty to bloody West Ham. I guarantee this will be a penalty. It's his hands. Stupid. Stupid. What's he supposed to do? The ball's going to hit him in the bloody head. It's going to be a bloody penalty. Salah Ahmed says lethargic and rubbish. His hands are in an unnatural position. They'll give a penalty. He's given a bloody penalty. You're having a bloody joke. What's he meant to do? The ball's going to take his bloody head off. I tell you what, if he doesn't stick his hands up, everyone say, that's stupid. He's blocking his bloody head being took off. What's he supposed to do? He'll knock him out. Like, that's a stupid bloody rule. Who are these prats? Bloody boffins sat in London saying, oh, he's raising his hands. The ball's going to take his bloody head off. Wetter than a fisherman's pocket. That's a bloody joke. An absolute joke. Ridiculous. The ball's going to smack him in the bloody face. And they score 1-0. Shut up. Shut up. That's a bloody joke. They've done sod all. Absolutely. Look at them all celebrating like you've done something. What a joke. What a bloody joke. And everyone will be saying, oh, you've had that coming around. I tell you what, when a ball's going to your face 100 miles an hour, it's... What are they talking about? What are they talking about? His hands are in an unnatural position. I tell you what, line up those bloody VAR refs and I'll blast the ball at their face. Let me see if they take it. Let me see if they sit there and go on then, smack a ball in my bloody face. That's a natural reaction. The ball's going to hit him in the face. What's he supposed to do? What is he supposed to do? You don't know ball if you think that that's a penalty. It's going straight at his face. It's a natural reaction. If I pretend to punch you in the face, are you going to go on then, chin me? You're going to go and put your hands up. It's a human nature. It's human nature, man. It's a bloody joke. Idiots. Idiots. The game is being run by bloody idiots who don't even know the game. I've said this so many times. It's the same with Mike Dean giving that red handball against Wolves last week. He puts his hands up because there's a frigging flying foot there. You don't get it. You don't get it. It's Idiotville. It's Idiotville in the bloody Premier League again. These idiots have got to be taken out of the game. And I'm telling you now, you've got to learn. You've got to learn. The Wolves player against Burnley, he's going to head it and somebody does an overhead kick miles in the air. Your reaction is to protect your face. The ball hits his hand. Oh, it's a penalty. It's an unnatural movement. It's not an unnatural movement. He's protecting his head. Paul Pogba's got a ball coming towards his face. What prat is going to stand there with their hands down and go, okay, you're going to put your hands up. You can't give a penalty for that. PSG last year, that's a penalty because he jumps with his hands up. Putting your hands up to protect your face is a natural body movement. That's idiotic. Bloody idiotic. And look, people are saying clear penalty because you're an idiot. Because you're thinking he's put his hands up. I'm talking about unnatural hand movement. It's unnatural hand movement. And look, I can take it on the chin. Maybe Pogba should have took it on the chin, to be fair. But the reality is, I can take it that Chelsea, Leicester, Arsenal fans, you're all loving it. But I'm telling you now, in your heart of hearts, you know, if I blast the football at your face, you're going to put your hands up. And the rules say it's a penalty if your hands are in an unnatural position. How can it be an unnatural position to protect your face? It's something you learn as a kid. You do. If someone tries to pinch your nose, you put your hand up. If someone's going to punch you in the face, you put... What did he tell you in boxing? Get your hands up. It's just the notion of this stupidity. It really winds me up because that's not an unnatural hand movement to protect your face. What do you think? You're not going to do it with your cock. You're not going to do it with your foot. You're going to put your hands up. Bloody, it defies logic to me. It really defies logic that people think that's a penalty and that we've got idiots running our game. And look, I'm not just talking about United. I said it about Mike Dean last week with the Wolves defender. He puts his hand up because he thinks he's going to get kicked in the face, and they say it's unnatural movement. Alison Davis says, obviously a penalty. Pogba needs to be out of the club. Oh, come on. Can't say it was a goal-scoring opportunity. If his hands weren't there, it would have hit his face. The ref's a joke, says Ross. Look, I totally get why people are saying it is a penalty, but what my argument, I stick by it, is it's not. Let's get Flex on, because he'll probably say it's a bloody penalty. But my point is that it's not. You know, the rule is unnatural. It's an unnatural position reaction for a footballer. Pogba could have turned his back, says Cheeky. Have you seen how quick the ball's going? Are you going to turn your back? Are you going to turn your back on a bloody bullet? It was going fast. Vidic blocks it with his nose, says Mark. For me, that's not a penalty. It's not a penalty. And I know, I get it. I totally get why people think it is, but they're probably not understanding what the rules is. Unnatural hand movement. He hasn't put his hands up for any other reason, which is a natural reaction to protect your face. And it really winds me up. And I'm not thinking it's a penalty. I don't think it's a penalty. Flex, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Come on then. Is that a penalty?
Well, yeah, here we go. It's a penalty. Can't. Yeah, you're saying that you learn things when you're a kid and it's your natural thing to put your arms up. But as soon as you put your arms up like that in the penalty area, you're going to get given a penalty. But
he's protecting his bloody face. Like, I'll tell you what, tomorrow when we meet up, tomorrow, I'm going to blast the ball at your face. There's no way. I will bet £1,000. I blast the ball at your face. You will chuck your hands up. I know this. I get why people want to be negative, but it's not. It's a reaction.
You can't do that, Mark.
What do you mean you can't do that? What do you mean you can't do it?
The rules. You can't do it.
Oh, you don't. You're not listening to me again.
I'm listening to what you're saying. I hear you. You're saying it's your natural reaction to do that.
He can't control it. He's not done it on purpose. He's going to get a ball in the face and he's protecting his face. I don't agree with that.
He bottled a one-on-one challenge in the middle of the park with flipping Noble, I think it was. He saw the ball come in. You just got to be colossal and take it in the face, mate. You have to just take it because you're going to get given a penalty against you. Where's his bottle? That's what I'm saying. Just take it in the face. What? Is Vidic putting his hands up there, Mark? Is Vidic putting his hands up there? Is Rio putting his hands up there?
It's not a conscious decision. Anybody who says he's done that on purpose, it's not a conscious decision.
Well, of course he's done it to protect his face, but it's still a penalty. It's a penalty. If that happened to them and his man's put his arms up like that, we're going penalty. And if it don't get given, we're saying it's bullshit. It's a penalty. You can't put your hands up like that in the box and let it get hands.
That's not the rule.
And look how far it's come, Mark. Look how far it's come. It's travelled all the way to him, and he's not even trying. Even if he tried to get out of the way of it, he's putting his hands up to protect his face. I get that, but you can't do that.
Yeah, I think this is just the Pogba agenda coming through again. I'm sorry.
It's not an agenda, man. The guy. Look, I'm not saying that can't happen. Yeah, you can't do it. You just have to understand that if you do that, that's fine. Don't take it in the face then, but understand you're going to give away a penalty. It's as simple as that. It's a penalty.
He's not made a decision. This is it. He's not made a decision. It's a natural reaction. The ball's going to hit him in the face, and he's chucked his hands up.
Look, the other players are ducking. The other players are doing what you should do under the context, which is it could hit them. They're not sure if it's not going to hit them. They all see it coming, and they're all ducking. Yeah, Pogba ducks and puts his hands up. The others are just ducking down. Then the argument would be afterwards is flipping it. They're ducking. They're not making their bodies big. You don't fling your hands up like you're playing fucking volleyball. You don't do that. It's bullshit.
Well, we're going to just disagree. We're going to disagree because I'm not having it that he's done it on purpose. It's just a body reaction. It's a flinch. It's a flinch mechanism, and no one's going to change my mind on this. Look, the Bruno one the other week. Fine, I'll have that. That is a flinch mechanism. It's like if I go to punch you in the face, you're going to chuck your hand up. It's just what happens. And I get why people are saying it's a penalty. That's up to you. But, you know, Kieran saying Flex is 100% right. How can he be 100% right when I disagree and some people do? You can't. There's no such thing as 100% right. The penalty's given, so everyone goes, well, it's the right decision. He's putting his hands up unnaturally. How can it? The rules say unnatural. It's an unnatural hand position, and then
Pogba's not even
that's a natural
remonstrating.
thing. It's not unnatural.
I tell you what. He falls to the floor, right? He falls to the floor, thinking, I tell you what, I need to fucking make this look like it's hit my.
Because he knows he's going to get bloody judged for it. He knows it's hit him on his hand.
Because he knows he's given away a penalty because of the rules. It's the rules.
Well,
it's the rules.
The flinch mechanism he's not in control of. When the ball's hit him on his hand and the ball's gone, he's gone, shit, it's hit my hand. So he's gone, I've got to pretend it's my face. It's unnatural. Look, we're going to disagree. For me, when the ball's going at someone's face, I tell you what, if we blast that ball, let's get bloody Les Dennis on, Family Fortunes. We blasted a ball at 100 people's face. How many people chucked their hands up? I guarantee you it won't just be Paul Pogba. There'll be a percentage of people.
I guarantee you, if you line up Premier League footballers who are on 350 grand a week in their penalty box, they're not all going to flipping put their hands up like that. They take it in the face. Or you just stuck out the way. A lot of them are just stuck out the way.
Slow motion's a fine thing though, isn't it? I disagree. Look, we're going to disagree on that. Anyway, I haven't even changed the score. We're 1-0 down. I did say before that goal that if United go 1-0 down, we're in trouble in this game. I thought we played quite well in that game without really carving anything open. I think Matic is taking too many touches, as is Maguire and Lindelof. But I thought that Greenwood and Pogba and Bruno and Martial and Rashford were actually moving the ball quite quickly, which we needed. But it needed to be moved quicker from the back, which it hasn't been. It's a worry now that we're 1-0 down because we know what this team will do. They've played quite well. You've got to be patient in a game like this, but they've gone and done what we didn't need, which is go 1-0 down. And West Ham have been hard to break down. They're going to be even harder to break down now.
I'm so pissed off. I am so angry. It's just the mentality. I tell you, the first sort of up to the drinks break, we actually did okay, especially first 10 minutes. We did all right, moving the ball quickly, created a couple of chances quickly, and then it just petered out. The energy just went, the intensity just went, the intention on the passes just went. You spoke about what we're going to get from fullbacks. Fosu-Mensah hasn't managed to do what we wanted him to do, which is be a constant threat up that side. Brandon Williams, he's tried, cut the ball back on a different day. Mason Greenwood probably would have scored without West Ham actually troubling us. But our problem is that we've taken our foot off the pedal, taken too many touches in our own final third where there isn't any pressure, and it's made West Ham think, hang on a minute, I'll tell you what, it's not like they're moving the ball quickly with intent where we need to be scared. Actually, we can grow into the game and start pressing them now and get on the ball a bit. And we've given them confidence. And it goes back to the same thing of what I was saying before we even kicked off. I said, I'm just worried because every time we get the chance to really make it happen, we bottle it, man. And I'm not going to lie to you. I hope I'm absolutely proved wrong. I don't think we're going to turn it around. I don't think we're going to turn it around. I hope that I'm sitting there going, fair play. The players proved me wrong. 45 minutes, what a turnaround. We did it, 2-1, whatever. I hope I'm wrong. But my gut feeling now, looking at that and the way they just let the game drift apart before the Pogba situation, because that's one thing, you can disagree to the cows come home and cuss him for putting his hands up. But actually, the bigger problem is these players have let West Ham get confident and get into the game when they shouldn't have. And that's the problem. And I'm not confident now. I'm not confident.
My WhatsApp messages are full of it from hardcore United fans saying, sorry, it's a penalty. I will never be convinced. But I'm a fair person. And look, penalty's been given. Me and Flex get on. A lot of people I get on with a lot of people. So, I'm just disappointed. Look, I've calmed down. Well, I haven't really. If we win this game...
You haven't, because you still think it's not.
I don't think it's a penalty.
Just in general.
I don't think. You know what? I'm just pissed off. I think ultimately.
Of course, I think you're so pissed off. You're not even remembering the rules. It's just don't even get angry about that. It's a penalty. Just focus on the fact that we've been shit and have allowed David Moyes' team to sit back and be up against it for 10, 15 minutes. And after the drinks break, we've got ourselves into a situation where we're taking too many touches on the ball. We're not playing with any intensity, and we've let West Ham get confident. What, though, that's the real issue.
I tell you what, though, there's a very good comment here. Let me just see if I can find it. Safel says it's a penalty, but the rules should be changed. And somebody did just say, well, we're not going to talk about Fosu-Mensah. That tackle was wild for the free kick.
It's awful.
I don't know. I thought he'd had a good half, but that's, you got people saying, he's better than Wan-Bissaka. I mean, judge him after 90 minutes. And that tackle by he got booked and, look, that free kick that turns into a penalty because of the Pogba incidents, but it's still stupid. Alison Davies says United have been run ragged at the moment. Depancha says if Pogba gets his eye picked out at worst, breaks his nose. Depancha, what I'm saying is that, and we're going to go around the houses. I'm just saying that some people will put their hands up as a reaction to protect their face, and I personally don't think it's a conscious thing. I think if he's purposely put his hands up, then fine, he's at wrong. But I think the trajectory of the ball, the pace of the ball, I don't think he's got I just think it's a reaction. I think he's just put his hands up, and if he's done it on purpose, he's a prat and he deserves the bloody blame.
Look at the others. The others are just turning away, looking down, trying to get out the way. You don't just look at the ball and put your hands up and flipping set someone in volleyball. You don't do that.
Will Butler says, I'd take a speeding cock in the face for 300k a week. Pogba managed to turn his head before he put his hands up. Well, look, I'm just very...
Turn away. You can't put your hands out like that, man. It's bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
Sorry, but Manchester United, it's about time one is given against you, and it was a pen, says Kager. Well, I couldn't give a shit about what rivals have got to say, to be honest with you. Of course, you're not going to sit there and be open about it, are you? Put the bloody ref face smashed with 200, then okay, it's a penalty. Pro player is still a human. I bet Pogba couldn't even see the ball coming, says Vatana. Well, yeah, I'm glad that some people are at least on my side, but it's given. It's not going to get turned around. We're 1-0 down. And look, they had 90 minutes at 0-0 to take this opportunity. They've now got 45 at 1-0 down. They've made the job harder than it should be. And Greg says it's a natural reaction. Why do we not see this every week? Well, not everyone gets the ball smashed into their face every week, do they? And we got a penalty against PSG for something very similar, says Joshua. But no, it wasn't similar. His hand was way above his head.
Yeah, but even in the PSG game, the guy, you could say, is going to hit him, and he's turned so it doesn't hit him in the face and turned his body and put his arms out.
I didn't think it was a penalty against PSG anyway. I just celebrated it.
Yeah, but that's the reason why it is a penalty in the context of the rules. You can't have your arms out from your body. That they don't give the penalty if your arm's down by your side and it gets booted against your arms. Like, yeah, what can you do? You can't get out of the way of it. If your arms are up, right? If your arms are out, right, there you go, 1% on a half time. I knew it. I just said that. He has to change it, man. We need something out there. You just can't put your arms out or up.
He'll be furious with Fosu Mensah for that tackle. That's why.
Yeah, he will.
So are we going to get back into it in the second half?
I don't know. I'm just pissed. They're still talking about it now. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I tell you what. When you do Ricky's fan cam, I want him on this. Matic, I've averaged taking 3 or 4 touches on the ball. It needs to move much quicker from the back again. But we'll see on the match reactions, pal.
Nice one.
Speak to you in a bit, Flex.
All right.
You can follow Flex on Twitter @FlexUTD. We're about to kick off the second half. 45 minutes for Manchester United. They've got to turn this into a win. I'm just gutted. Look, I still stand by what I said, but a lot of it is just pure frustration. But look, actually, you know what? I must admit, there are parallels with Manchester United and PSG. I think the penalties are totally different, but I think the scenario is the same. In fact, PSG were dominating us way more than we were dominating West Ham, but we were the better footballing side in that half. West Ham have done very little, and they get a goal for nothing. That's what we did we did do that in Paris, and we celebrated it like it was one of our best results of the last 7 years, which I suppose in many ways it was. Why the hell should he put his hands up? Is he a bloody model? No top-class player does. Take it on the face or turn around and let it go through, says John. You're not going to change my mind, John, but look, the reality is the game is now on, second half. Can we turn this around in the second half, everybody? Watch the replay slowly. His hands are higher than his head when contact is made, so he has tried ducking out of the way before raising his arms, says Ninja Smurf United. Ozil better than Bruno, let's be honest, says Alison Davies. You're just a troll. Thanks for the contribution. Well, West Ham are on the attack here. Good block by Brandon Williams. Please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right-hand corner. We're on the road to 161k. I have got some super chats to read out. Welcome to Tommy Coe, latest member of the United Stand Members Club. Will Butler says... we did Will Butler, didn't we? Adam Hamilton, natural movement to protect your head face when your body senses danger. Your body acts on instinct to protect your brain because it knows it's in danger. That's what I was trying to say, Adam, but apparently that's not right. P1 says the reason it was a penalty was because he turned his face. If he didn't turn his face, it wouldn't have been given. The issue is the free kick. Dive to free kick to goal scoring chance. VAR needs to overturn the free kick. That is a $100 million mistake. I haven't even seen the free kick back Justin Davis to say whether it was a free kick or not. But yeah, it's a concern, of course. Not a pen, clear face protection, and he'd done it as he didn't get the decision to play on like Vidic, so you will be out of a good midfielder. It's a 6543 TYGXS. Well, remember, we've got the player ratings to vote for in the second half. We will be opening up the website, but I think we need to stop about the penalty. The reality is it's 1-0 to West Ham, and there's plenty of time for United. Well, there's plenty of time for United not to be 1-0 down at half time, to be honest. We've had 45 minutes and we haven't created a very good opportunity. We've now got 45 minutes to turn this round, and whether it's a penalty or not, it's a penalty. It is 1-0, and that's the fact. And Manchester United need to deal with this. That's what they need to deal with. We can go on about penalties for as long as we want to, but Manchester United need to turn this around ASAP. Lindelof into Martial. West Ham are obviously going to park the bus a lot now. Marcus Rashford. See, how many touches again, Matic? 5 bloody touches. Move the bloody ball, man. Bruno. Martial. He's got to take less touches. That should have been spoken about at half time. He's averaging 5 touches a bloody touch. That's better. Move it quicker. Bruno. That's terrible. That looks absolutely terrible. Don't force the issue. Might as well be playing working football. Horrible, says Gaz Hardy. Go on, Rashford. Move it. Move it. That's it. Open up your legs. Oh, he's trying to do too much again. Pass the bloody ball. Jesus Christ. Move into the space and then pass the ball. Stop trying to take people on. Oh, Brandon Williams on his arse. Noble. Good tackle. Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka's on now. Here he is again, Matic, look. 3, 4, 5. 5 touches again. Move the bloody ball, mate. He cannot have an average of 4 touches in a Premier League game when we're losing. You've got to move 1 touch and pass. Because the thing is about football, right? Those 4 touches he's taken there, running with the ball, he could have saved himself some energy and played the pass. Martial. Greenwood! Yes! Get in! Get in! 1-1 Manchester United. Hammer time. Have some of that. Eat your bloody words, David Moyes. 1-1 Manchester United. Mason Greenwood and Martial with the assist. Come on! Come on! Get in. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Take that, West Ham. Stick some soap in your mouth and start blowing some bubbles. 1-1. Come on. It's only the start. Let's not go mad. It's only 1-1. Back to work. Let's not overreact. Back to work now. Sit down. Calm down. 1-1. Get the ball back on the halfway line. R1 and L1. Come on. See, even Ollie just goes like that. That's what professionals do. You get back in the game and you go again. Come on. 40 minutes to get the winner. We go again. Come on. Martial and Greenwood. I told you Martial and Greenwood were playing well as well. Better quick pressure football build on it, United, says Gaz Hardy. Anything coming at your face, even an apple or softball that fast, you're going to cover your face. It's a natural movement, says Jacob. Come on, Man United. It's done, Jacob. We're 1-1. Oh, look at Bowen again. He's called... Oh, my life. Brandon Williams is getting torn apart by Bowen. Absolutely. God, we miss Luke Shaw. It's not a free kick. Antonio takes a swan dive. Why does VAR not give the free kick, says Strutson? It's over. It's over. Where are all the haters now, hey? Come on. Although, I did say Bowen against bloody Brandon Williams is a mismatch, and it's been a real mismatch. I don't know whether it'd be worth getting Delo on, because he's a bit stronger, isn't he? Everything Rashford is trying to do isn't coming off, says Scott Bennett. Yeah, but you know what? At some point it will. Martial's playing brilliant again. I think Martial and Greenwood have played really, really well. I do think Pogba's played quite well. Bruno as well. But the maturity of Anthony Martial and Mason Greenwood in this game has been really good. They've not had a lot going on, but when they've had the ball, they've done really well with it. Do I think we can go and win, says Ted Ray. There's a bear crap in the woods. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Wan-Bissaka down the right-hand side. Martial. Oh, I was ready. I was ready to jump. I was taking my Red Bull and getting my wings then. I was ready. Goes for a corner. Go back and read my super chat. You never read about penalty. We'll win this game. Williams is a risk every minute this goes on, though, says Michael Hawke. Sorry about that, Michael. Oh, what a night. Mason Greenwood running down the wing. Is he left foot or is he right? No one knows, but what a strike, says Joe Begelson. Cross comes in. Oh, Rashford, you should have hit it first time. Brandon is rubbish, says Omar K. United are in third at the moment on... are we? Oh, yeah, because we're drawing. And we've got a better goal difference than Chelsea. I didn't realise we were third with a draw. We need a win. A draw's not good enough. Martial's our best player by a mile, says FIFA King Nick. And rugby has had more advancement in concussion safety and football hasn't improved at all. Can't even protect your head from a 110km ball. I see those hands as being still central with the body, says Ranglet Graham. And Daniel Luciano, that will get him up from 9th on the chart show. I never had any doubt of him finishing his chances, says Daniel Luciano. Williams tackle with the wrong foot every time. That's why he always falls over. Bring Delo on, says Sean Turner. Aaron Christian says, surely Greenwood is going to be in the Ballon d'Or conversation at some point in his career. He's got all the tricks other wonder kids do, but he's superstar. Oh, cross comes in and it's a throw-in. Is his two-footedness, says Aaron Christian. And you need to wear a Greenwood shirt and then he'll probably get a hat-trick, says Philip Holmes. Greenwood again. Greenwood again, isn't it? That's what's happening. Greenwood again. Please subscribe if you're new, bottom right-hand corner. Massive 35 minutes here at Old Trafford for Manchester United. We've got to get the win, but I want to go for... Well, look, I want the win first, but I would like to get a couple more after that as well. Pogba. Lovely... Oh, he's lost the ball there, Pogba. Still got to be careful about West Ham. A good tackle by Matic there. Better. I don't think Matic is having a bad game. I just think he's taking too many touches. Hey, Mark. Pogba seems to be preoccupied by Fosu boy a bit all through the game. And that moment too, says Earthling. I mean, like, I don't think Fosu Mensah had a terrible first half. A lot of people quite liked it. But I think because of the mistake he made, is Brandon Williams into the box. No way is that a penalty. I think Brandon Williams looks like he looks absolutely knackered. Never a penalty, I'm afraid. Breathe the pressure. Brandon Williams on the overlap is good, but if the ball to him gets intercepted and he's in trouble, he's no Luke Shaw when it comes to getting back, says Scott Bennett. He's 19 years of age. I think hopefully he's got a good future at Manchester United, but we saw it against Riyad Mahrez at Old Trafford back in, was it February or March actually? Mahrez gave him a right hard game. Ollie brought Luke Shaw on and he pocketed him. I think defensively Luke Shaw is better, and you know, first and foremost, this is why I like Wan-Bissaka. Is as a defensive fullback, that's his job. He's very good at it. And that's something I don't like anyway. I saw it with Phil Neville as well. He does use... I always thought that Brandon Williams was two-footed. He uses his right foot 75% of the time. Here's Rashford down that left-hand side. Just got to stay patient now. Lovely ball by Bruno out to Wan-Bissaka. Oh, he slipped. Goal kick. Honestly think that injury is bothering Williams' existence. He might be playing through the pain barrier. Brandon wouldn't be done that from Scott Bannett. Thank you very much. Greenwood has tied most goals for a teenager for Manchester United, says Zinzwich. And you know United are going to win, says TTV Cube 692. Rashford down the left-hand side. Only the 3 touches from Matic that time. 2, that's better. See, it's all right foot from Brandon Williams. It's not his fault. He's very, very right-footed. I don't like it. It's back to the Ashley Young days, like somebody said, isn't it? Nice play by Bruno. Hit it, Pogba. Over the bar. I think it was worth a hit. Welcome to Paul Porcia, latest member of the United Stand Members Club. Thanks for joining. Please subscribe if you're new, bottom right-hand corner. Let's see how we're doing on YouTube. And give us a follow if you're watching on Twitch. I've just had a notification on my phone that Manchester United equalised. We are 20 subscribers away from 761,000. So please subscribe if you're new, bottom right-hand corner, and we can change that number to 761. 10 subscribers away, bottom right-hand corner on YouTube. Lewin Edwards says, come on, Man United, bring this back. I mean, Messi's one-footed most of the time. Phil Neville step-overs were class. Yeah, but Red Baron, that Messi wasn't a right-footed player playing at left-back, was he? You know, I think if you're a left-back, it's nice to have a left foot. Because it's, you know, it's synergy, isn't it? That's what it is. Mason Greenwood is now equal with Best and Rooney for most goals scored in a season as a teenager for United. What a record that is in the modern day as well. Half an hour to go. West Ham are on the attack here. They've done sod. The thing about West Ham is they've actually done sod all in this game, so you'd expect them to actually create a chance at some point. Because the goal that they got from a penalty was just fortuitous. Whether it's a penalty or not, it's fortuitous. Poor ball by Wan-Bissaka there. Mark Noble's probably going to hit this. He'd like to have hit it. Now it's Bowen up against Williams. Gets the shot off again. I'd take Williams off. I think Bowen's their only threat. It's such a shame that Luke Shaw's not fit. I mean, the thing is, who do you bring on off the bench to go and play left back? This is clear proof that Williams isn't ready to replace Shaw. All those with an agenda against Shaw sit down, says Ninja Smurf United. Thanks for the super chat, pal. And I mean, I don't know whether you'd trust Delo. I mean, to be fair, Delo's not great defensively, is he? Who's on the bench defensively? Well, Wan-Bissaka was. See, we could have put... Well, no, Fosemans was on a yellow card. Bruno, out to... Now, run at him, Rashford. Run at him now. That's it. Lovely. He's quite wide as he goes into the box. Cut back, corner. Well done. You having a rice cake? Not Rashford. Talking to Seb. Bruno, corner. He does tend to put them on Harry Maguire's head. Oh, Red Baron was being tongue-in-cheek. It's difficult to use sarcasm, you're right. Terrible corner by Bruno. Decides not to beat the first man. For the first time in about 2 months. But good play by Williams there. Harry Maguire wins the header. Matic, one touch. What is that? What is that, Matic? Come on. Fred could go as left back. Yeah, but I don't know. I think we're in fairness, we probably should stick with him. Mark, rate Ollie out of 10, says TDV Cube 692. Well, we will have the player ratings for you going up in about 10 minutes on the website, so you can have your say there. Please subscribe if you're new, and I'll be able to change the 761,000 bottom right hand corner to do it on YouTube. You can follow us on Twitch as well. Go on, Rashford. Good bit of skill. Martial's on his bike. Go on, Tony. Oh, just couldn't get past the defender there. Well played by the defender. I think it was Ogbonna that time. UnitedStand.com, but it won't be open yet, Yashin. I'll drop the link in the video description. It's if it's a 2-1 really any different to a draw, says old King Con. Well, it still means if Leicester beat us, they're above us. So Bowen tries a shot. Greenwood gets rid of it. Oh, mistake. Bruno. Come on, United. 50-50s. Win the bloody 50-50s. Mark Noble into Antonio. Well out by Maguire. One touch, Rashford, and go. That should have gone to Bruno in the spin and turn. De Gea Idol says, if it wasn't for Pogba, we wouldn't have scored. Are you a West Ham fan? Ollie Meek says, who scored for West Ham? And you know what? I don't even know who scored the penalty. Was it Noble? Was it? I think it was Mikel Antonio, wasn't it? Actually, this game should be a pushover. Well, it should be. It's not. We need to get hold of the ball here. Right-footed left-backs can use their right foot to stop a left-footed winger from cutting in, says Noah. Yeah, but can they? They can't use their left foot to stop a right winger with a right foot skipping right past them, can they? I think if West Ham showed a little bit more... I think West Ham want a point. I think if West Ham had shown a little bit more purpose, they might have caused us a problem here. They still might. Why are all the United players slipping over, says the mystery man. I don't know. We probably watered the pitch too much knowing United, haven't they? Joseph says, my family with my wife Tonya, we love Manchester United. Down the left-hand side here, Cresswell. He's over hit the cross, thank you. Matic. See, if you didn't take 4 touches there, your pass wouldn't be so bloody... have a postage stamp on it, would it? Oh, Declan Rice, bloody hell. And De Gea's right to have a pop at the team there, because if that goes in the top corner, there's no goalkeeper doing anything about it. D. Dakid says that Romero needs to be our goalkeeper until De Gea gets back on track. What's De Gea done wrong today then? I'm intrigued to know what De Gea's done wrong today. A penalty, well, it's a drinks break. A penalty, well, look, if you save a penalty, you're a hero. If you don't save a penalty, and you know, you shouldn't save a penalty. What's De Gea done wrong in this game? You know, he's not really had anything to do. Now, if I'm Ollie now, I'm like, you got 22 minutes, move the ball. Move the ball quicker. I mean, when you see Ollie on the pitch there, does he strike you with encouragement, or does he give off the aura of somebody that's not very convincing? To me, it's just a little bit... I think I look at Phelan, I look at Carrick, I look at Ollie, and there's not enough aggression there. I think there needs to be some frustration there. I think there needs to be... I don't think it's convincing. I hope it is. I hope it works, whatever they do. But I look at that and I think that was just a little bit, come on, let's try. You know, I'd be there like this. I know Sir Alex would. I'd be like, bloody, that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. You know, they need a bit of a kick up the arse. I'm not saying, look, football moves on, doesn't it? I'm so entrenched in the way that Sir Alex Ferguson did it. Maybe that doesn't work as much now. But these players, they should be doing more. Rashford fouls him there. That's just frustration from Rashford, and he's going to get booked for it. There's no need for that. Brandon Williams loses a 50-50 and Rashford thinks, I'm going to go and foul him. You know what you've done, Marcus. It's petulant and it's stupid, and, you know, a 50-50 tackle on the pitch, fine. It could have been a red. Could have got a red for that. That's a cowardly foul. That's not a 50-50 that gets the crowd up. The ball's gone and you've gone and given him one. Nah, I don't like that. Our distribution from the back is so poor. Do we need better players in those positions to play that way, or coaching staff up their game, says Robbo FM. Well, I don't think we move the ball quick enough from the back. Matic is awful today, so is Rashford. Matic takes 7 touches before passing the ball the way he's facing, and Rashford is just running into people. I don't think Rashford's been awful. I think he's... Declan Rice today looks like a good long-term CDM for us, good defensively, and more than good long shots, says Karen Villa. I think Rashford's been on and off, hot and cold, I suppose, but Matic's got a bang on the head there. I mean, we will be doing the player ratings. I'll tell you when it opens up on the website. But again, I don't think they're going to be massive scores, are they? You know, we the first 3 weeks after lockdown, we spent a long time talking about 7s and 8s and 9s. I don't think we're going to see 7 and 8s and 9s today. I don't think anybody. I think 1 or 2 players have been 7s, and the vast majority have been 5s and 6s. Agreed at drinks break, he has no one's attention. He doesn't look in charge in those moments, says Mike Cass. Whoever says we only need Sancho is delusional. We need 3 minimum signings before next season to even consider challenging for the top 2, says Ninja Smurf United. I'll tell you what, West Ham at the moment are looking more likely to score. I mean, Mikel Arteta, I miss Mikel, not Arteta, that would be funny, him running around in his bloody man at next uniform. Mikel Antonio with a free header here. Look, Maguire. Look at bloody Harry Maguire again. Zonal marking. I'm bloody had enough of it. You're the best header in the bloody league and you're marking nobody, mate. How many times is that going to happen before we learn to mark people from corners and crosses into the box? Zonal bloody marking again. He's marking no one. He's marking space. Matic, more touches than a woman and a half. No. Nope. Can't do that, Gary M. It was funny, but I can't read that. Shout out for Ryan Williams. If you know, you know. It is. People don't understand zonal marking. It is zonal marking because Harry Maguire's not marking anybody, and he's the best aerial person. You would put Harry Maguire on somebody, like you wouldn't have him marking nobody. Manchester United got 20 minutes to go. We had a long time in this game to get the goal. Oh, hit it, Rashford. Just hit it. Hit it. Go on, hit it. I told you to hit it. Oh, look at that by Declan Rice. Strong. Williams has been bullied today, hasn't he? I'd get a Garlo on and go for it. We're choking again. Not joking, we're choking. Wyatt says that Declan Rice has been fantastic. We should get him. A lot of people in the live comments are saying, why is it hard to beat West Ham? Pressure. Harry Maguire zonal marking about as useful as Prince Andrew. I can't say that either. And thank you, Josh Bauer. To just think about some of the super chats and whether actually it's advisable for me to be saying it on a live show. I can't read everything out. Ollie still looks happy to be here, says Smith Jones. I know he's a nice guy and all that, but he needs some arrogance, not Jose level, but just some self-confidence. And Sean Turner, you can see why Ollie is looking at Sporting's young left-back. Williams ain't good enough, you can see it, and we've got no decent subs to come on. And George Baker, I hate how Ollie just sits there and looks so laid back. Get up and shout at the team and show some enthusiasm. Well, I think he's got to make a substitution. He's made a defensive substitution. I mean, I don't know whether you get Mata on. You try something. I mean, why is Juan Mata at the club? I've often asked that question. Why is Juan Mata at the club? Seriously. But he is at the club. He's on 150 grand a week. Like, put him on the pitch. You know, I don't see why he's at the club. "15 minutes to go here." Here's Bruno. Come on. We're just not creating anything in this second half. It's really disappointing. Oh, I know we equalised, yes, but there's got to be more than this. You're fighting for third place, and when are we going to progress through this this panic stage of when we get into a situation? I mean, do you think that Leicester game's going to be a fast-flowing 4-0 game? I think it's going to be a heart attack on toast. High blood pressure are us. You know, we're not going to turn up. Do you think we're going to turn up to Leicester and try and win as well? I think he'll be like, well, we only need a point. Let's keep it tight. Ralph side Greenwood there. I think this is Haller's coming on for them as well. I don't think he'll be coming on for Antonio. I don't think they'll go two up front, but he's got to make a bloody sub. Surely he's got to make a change. I mean, if I'm Ed Woodward, I'm watching this and I'm thinking he can make 5 substitutions. He's made 1, and it was a defensive one. Well, I'm gonna have to put that in the match reaction as well. Matic has fouled him. We really need to score, says Ben_2. Bruno's been poor today, says Flight23. Ollie's sitting in the stand. Why isn't he on the touchline, says Kevin080. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I thought Bruno started off quite well, but George Baker says, I hate... Oh, no, I've read that one. And Streaming with Alex says, the most important signing we need is the manager position. What is the team working on? It's the same thing again. Bit of momentum, then dull. I did expect more from United tactically in the second half. I'm waiting to see when we're going to go for it, and I feel that 10 minutes out is too late. West Ham have been the better team this half. What I saw Ollie doing was this. On that drinks break, he was like that. Calm down. Calm down for what? A point's not good enough. We go to Leicester and we're fine, and we don't lose and we're fine. And that's so bloody defeatist. And I think that's the impression I got from the... I mean, look at where Martial is here. He's in his own bloody half. Rashford, play him in. Go on, go to Pogba, yes. We've not done enough, have we? West Ham on the attack. De Gea's got it. Well done, David. Give him a roll out. Ninja Smurf United. Pogba's movement is shocking. Might as well have two Matiches on. Matic off, Mata on. And at centre midfield, Bruno box to box, Pogba CDM. Sean Turner says, does Ollie give this team any direction, or does he just go and play football and enjoy yourself? We're terrible. And Michael Mearstars, worried we're playing for the draw now. This has Southampton vibes all over it. I think we are playing for the draw. I've seen nothing to suggest that we're not playing for a draw, which is shocking, I know, but it looks like we're playing for a bloody draw. I just don't get it. Answers on a postcard, because I just don't get what we're playing for a bloody draw for. I know it puts us into third, but Chelsea don't lose to Leicester, Liverpool. They go into it, you know. Agallo's coming on. Now, if he takes Agallo off for Martial, that's stupid. Bruno's got himself booked. At least he's showing a bit of passion. Player ratings is open if you want to do it on the website, unitedstand.com. I am just about to put it into the link in the video description as well. We've had a super chat here from Ryan Locke. He says, Rashford's been poor tonight. First touch like Lukaku, trying too many fancy things. Why do we try and complicate things? Ollie under the spotlight here, says Ryan Locke. And Alan Lee says, performance levels are back to the start of the season, moving the ball too slowly, and most importantly, not creating enough chances. We haven't. Not created it. I'm going to write that down as well. It's been poor. Checking for a possible red card here from Noble. Not given, I don't think. Our fitness team is crap. We did well recently due to the lack of the quality of our squad and the low-level teams. Since every team's fitness is back, we struggle. That's interesting from Spencer, isn't it? You know, everyone's caught up on fitness now. Maybe that's something to do with it. Ollie playing for a draw, hoping Chelsea lose, then play counter-attacking football against Leicester, which is again negative football, says Ninja Smurf United. I mean, look, I've got to say there is a part of me that says you know, at this stage of the season, you take what you can get, I suppose. But we're at home against West Ham and they've looked better than us. It's annoying. It's not been enjoyable this second half, and I think to play a draw out, I'm disappointed. I think he's took Greenwood off and put Martial on the right. Well played, Pogba. Give it him back. Go on, Tony. Get on your toes. To Ighalo. Go wide to Rashford. No, that's not the ball. I've dropped the link in the video description for the player ratings. This is how it works. You go to the page on the website, fan player ratings, thousands of you can vote. Make sure that you give every player a mark out of 10, 6 being average. Give them all a mark, as I said. I mean, you might give De Gea a 9. He's got a 6.3 from loads of votes. But if you want your scores to count, you've got to give every single player a marking out of 10, 6 being average, all the way down to the manager. And give your man of the match a star. You must put a star there. Then it will say submit. When you press submit, it will put all your votes in. That's how you do it. Every single player a mark out of 10, and put a star next to your man of the match, and give Ollie a mark as well. And then click submit, and your scores will go in to the player ratings, which I'll be doing on the player ratings show. So we'll get an aggregate score of all of the scores. Here's Bruno. Out to... Oh, Greenwood is on the pitch. I don't know who he took off. Ighalo, chance, put it wide. Martial's like... He says... You can't hear Martial. There's no bloody fans in the ground. How can you say you couldn't hear him? He's about 5 yards behind you. Smiling about it as well. He should have left that. Lovely play by Greenwood. Martial would have got a better shot off as well. He's right. Five minutes to go. Get your votes in on the player ratings, like I said. Dear me. Ollie Oi says, crazy to think this result will make United the third best team in the league. Any other season, Champions League may have already gone. Well, how many points will we have? 63. If we draw with Leicester on... This is interesting. If we draw with Leicester on Sunday and get 64 points, it's the lowest ever points total we've had with David Moyes. It's crazy, isn't it? It's absolutely crazy. That would be another reason to go and try and win the bloody game so that you can get past that. We're limping to top four, aren't we? What a drab draw, says Sam. We've limped there. We need to win, says De Gea Idol. All 0 rating, says Jamie Freeman. Well, you know what? I'm gonna let loose on my match reaction. I always do, and I'm not happy with this. I'm not happy with this approach. It's been lethargic. It's been dull. 4, 5, 6 touches from Matic again in the last 5 minutes of a game. What's that from Matic? Absolute. I tell you what, I know Ricky loves Matic. One of the worst performances I've seen from him. I mean, we have got 4 up front. We've gone 3 at the back, haven't we? I don't know how he's done this. Has Rashford come off then? Oh, Williams has come off, hasn't he? Mulder, Harry Maguire. So he actually... The scary thing is he took Williams off and went 4 up front. But we don't look like... I mean, that's the scary thing. He obviously does want to win it. But we've been... No, Williams is still on the pitch. So who's come off then? I can't see who's come off. It must be Rashford. Yeah, Rashford's come off. So he hasn't gone 4 up front. White Owl says no tactics once again. Well, I'll talk to you about the tactics on the match reaction because, as I said I'd tell you on the match reaction why we lost to Chelsea, and that was because it was the first decent team we played. I'll tell you why we've lost this game as well and why it's scary in the first minute of the match reaction. Tanvir says last minute penalty for Bruno. Well, I'd take that. Awful. You get 1-1 and we've created nothing. Tell you what, I'm not confident going into the Leicester game. I do think we'll get it done, but we're leaving ourselves. We're going to have to up our game at Leicester. Well done, Wan-Bissaka. Lovely. Yes, keep going. Poor pass by Greenwood. We are crap, says Sean Turner. And Denbo says, we are absolutely shite. To be honest, Mark, we've been completely outplayed. Well, I do think West Ham have been the better team second half. And as I said, I think if West Ham had shown any adventurous, if they'd really needed to win, I wonder what would have happened. I mean, West Ham know that a point keeps them up. Okay, now everything's just a bloody... Come on, move it! 2, 3 touches again and he goes backwards. Even Lindelof's there saying to Matic, what the bloody hell are you doing? For me, Matic has been a big problem today. And I know Ricky won't accept it, but he has slowed the game down so much. Disgusting performance, says Gris. Bruno with the cross, and it's a bad cross. And we're into the 90th minute now. Please subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner. I don't know what we're on. And remember, you can do your player ratings, although you might want to do that in between the end of this stream and the match reaction. I am planning on doing Chelsea versus Liverpool watch along, but I've got to do match reaction first. Ollie. He's up to 3rd. He'll be happy with that, but... I don't know. I don't think we've shown anywhere near enough intent again. Nowhere near. And I will be giving you my honest opinion in the match reactions, and I'll be very intrigued to see what your player rating votes are in that as well. Ollie's clueless, says Jamie Freeman 22. The ball is round, we can still win, says De Gea Idol. Should be pushing for a win against West Ham, says Toxic 238. And Zin Switch says Ollie always gets exposed because he doesn't have a plan B. Why hasn't Ollie taken Matic off for Fred or Scott? Can't have done any worse. Small manager tactics. I think that's a great point. I mean, Matic is a key point in my game. Why not take him off? I mean, again, he's just had about 4 touches again. I wouldn't mind if he took 5 touches and then played a really interesting pass, but he takes 3 or 4 touches to play the most obvious pass in the world. Agash says it's my 21st birthday and I've been following since 100k. Keep up the good work. Happy birthday, Agash. And we've got probably 2 minutes now. Agallo into Martial. Some Agallo. Too many. What are you trying to do? You've got 4 players in front of you. Just go back. Well done, Bruno. 1, 2. That's better, Matic. See, Brandon Williams going forward ain't that bad. It's just defensively. Keep playing on. Philip says, Ollie's been sitting on the bench too long in his life. He needs to stand up. Here's Matic. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's gone. There's Bowen again. Be careful. How is Maguire our captain? Says O'Shane 1. See, someone should be chasing that Bowen down there. He just wanders inside the pitch and passes it backwards. They're happy with a point. Get some... Why is nobody... Roy Keane would be like, bang, I don't give a shit. Go, oh, my life. Williams again. Where are you, Williams? Oh, this is awful. What a crap performance. Absolutely crap, lads. I'm sorry. I know it's probably going to... It's still in our hands against Leicester, but... This is poor. This is really poor today. How many points have we got? I think we got 63. 63. Lowest ever Premier League total for Manchester United is 64. The people that have an agenda on Shaw should now realise how important he is to our club. Yeah, I'm going to write that down. Lots to talk about in the match reaction. It's going to finish 1-1, by the way. In case you didn't realise. I think you do. Disappointing. Even though, you know, you've got to take the positive, you're into third. But I think, you know, if your mind is wandering towards next season... You've got to do better than that. You've got to do better than that. The last 2 games at Old Trafford, we've taken 2 points from 6 against Southampton and West Ham. I never would have thought that would have been possible. One last attack. Agallo's too bloody slow. That's crap from Agallo. You are too slow, mate, for this level. You're not. I mean, everyone who's saying, oh, Agallo. He's too bloody slow for this level. Can I get paid 300 a week to pass the ball sideways and backwards, please? Says Jamil D. And Vignesh, horrible reaction. We lost to Chelsea in this. There's no fight in this team. I think all these are valid points. Look, hopefully we're still going to get top 4, but it's with a whimper today. And that's it. Crap. Absolutely crap, lads. No, I'm not having that. That is not good enough. There's a guy, Fred, who should have been brought on. Scott McTominay could have been brought on. I just think that reflects terribly on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer today. Really bad. I hope we're going to get top 4, but that's just whimper. It's whimper football. I don't get it. I don't get what happened with us today. What's happened to this team, says Robbo FM. There will be a lot of people out there who say, let's take the positives. We're up to third, but tactically I don't get it. Substitutions, I don't get it. 3 points. If Chelsea don't lose, we're down to 4th again. Like, we should be, we're 1 point. We're 1 point off our worst Premier League total. I would have thought that would have been enough as well. Look, we're going to do the match reaction. The link's in the video description for the player ratings. Mark each player out of 10 and then submit your score, and we'll be able to do that in the match reaction. Lots and lots to discuss. I will see you over there on YouTube in about 60 seconds time. If you're on Twitch, thanks for watching. Join us on YouTube for the match reaction. I'll speak to you in a bit. And if you're on YouTube, the link's in the video description for the match reaction. Loads to talk about. I think there was some shocking performances again. Interested to see what your player ratings are. And also, I think we got a lot wrong in that game. And I think ultimately, the fair weather fans will be like, yeah, it's a good result. It is a good result, but it should have been a better result. I'll see you on the match reaction. Link in the video description.